Please show me an hour with Valentino and Joe Pay. New York Guinea is on the loose. New York Guinea is on the juice. New York Guinea is all the truth. Please enjoy our show and maybe your masseuse is listening too, so give her a splooge. Greg and Joe, Joe and Greg, Joe and Greg, Greg and Joe. I can't come up with any lyrics, so just start the fucking show, bro. And let's hope our two Guineas aren't a no-show. So now let's go.
My, that's a catchy tune, Gregorio, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Joe and Greg. I love it.
It's maximizing my pool.
Oh, it's primaling my protein and organizing my health and giving me waffles. And of course, it's Hooga da Mooga da Cooga da Claus, who's the fucking he's the Lawrence Welk of the Greg and Joe. What's going on, boys? I don't know. I see Big Bad Bear putting up. It looks like some kind of poetry here. I don't know.
What is he saying now?
What are we gonna do with this guy, Rocco? Your guess is as good as mine.
I'll tell you what to do. Wait, Big Bad Bear, text Joe right now. We'll get you on the show. You can talk to me straight up here. Why do you have to, if you want to, and if you want to test me or whatever, I don't know how you're going to test, but whatever. Right. That was,
he's going to be like fucking, what's his name? When he was looking in Al Capone's vault there.
You could come on here. You could, yeah, Al Capone. Oh, Geraldo Rivera. And there's nothing there. But you'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. You are quite obsessed with me, which was, I mean, if you look good with a wig on, maybe I'd give you a little fucking ham in a can.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There's some fucking love, but of course,
I don't mind a little worship. You can worship me. It's okay.
Worship. Oh, it's so gay. Oh. Enhanced Labs presents the Greg and Joe Show. Of course, we are here once again on Wednesdays with all our goodies from Enhanced Labs. What's up? Hey, Steve Z. What's up, Steve?
Steve, what are you doing, Steve?
Likes the pancakes.
Steven is my boy. Steve, one day you got to get your ass over here. Sit with me here. And Joe will have
cool.
Let me tell you, he's got
by you guys. Are you good?
He's got some
the African Dream. Big Bad Bear is another Bad Bunny fruitcake. Bad Bunny. Oh, goodness gracious.
Bear Bunny.
Bear Bunny. The Chilean dude, for some obsessed with the light. Peter Paul isn't very bright.
It's Peter Paul. Peter Paul.
Peter Potter picked the pepper.
Peter Papa picked the pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Papa pick?
618 West 46th Street. Was that the...
What's that?
The Vault? No, that's on 10th Avenue.
No, that was...
What was 618, Malcolm? What was 618 West 46th? I don't know. It wasn't Studio 54 because that was on 54.
No, I have no idea what the hell's on there. Skells. Walk around Skells.
Maybe it was a bunch of gay prostitutes up in the upper midtown.
You didn't have to... They were all over the fucking city, gay prostitutes.
Yeah, that's like in the middle, 6th Avenue-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But that address. But what was the Peter Paul? What was the thumbnail Dave had with the Barbarian Twins? Was that an old thing? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was. It's Joe Zapata. I almost said Joe Pietaro. Joe Zapata sent that to me. I think it was his. Dave did something with them.
I 2000. One of them was passed on, so I know it wasn't now, but I don't know how long ago it was.
It was 2010. You know what it is?
Oh, okay.
Dave still can't let go of that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I love Dave, but what I'm saying is like the whole Barbarian Brother thing. I get it. They were great. I loved watching them. You know what I'm saying? They were phenomenal. You know, I used to give them rides home, the whole bit, But the problem is that's Sunday's news on Monday. It's Sunday's news on. I mean, it's Monday's. It's Tuesday. It's Sunday's news of 3 Mondays ago. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, I mean, the guy's still saying he's going to have some shows coming on and all that. And maybe I mean, I hope to God he does. But Joe, not for nothing.
I shall not tune in. No interest.
Dude, you can't have Abbott without Costello. Do you understand?
There you go.
As great as the Three Stooges were, Curly couldn't do a show just by himself. The
Yeah.
whole idea is the
Oh, God,
Barbarian Brothers, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're gonna do. And I love the guy, but I seen him, you know, playing the guitar. There's because the guy that was on Dave's show, our show that we did, he was saying like he's their manager and stuff. And you know, Peter's got some songs coming out. And I watched him on fucking on his Instagram. If you go to his Instagram, there's a video of him playing guitar. It's like he used to play guitar, and I'm like, what? Is that a joke? Was that
That's Sid Barrett?
You know, it's like I don't know. I'm sure the guy's got a lot of talent, Joe, but whatever. Him and Big Bear, you should fucking.
Oh, he could be the replacement.
You should be his guy, bro.
When they the Simone, when the other guy couldn't make it, or he got sick or something, they'd have Simone with number 3 come in, Rafa and Sika. There's Booger the Claus. Greg and Joe, if you had pinpoint one specific woman from your past who might have had your baby without your knowledge, which specific girl would it be? I don't want to say because I don't think there's any statute of limitations on paying for a kid that was yours. Even if the kid's an adult now, you may owe back pay. So I'm going to refrain from this one.
There is possibly 2. Definitely there would have been one, which one time told me she was pregnant, but that kid would be fucking holy shit. I was 18 or 19, so that kid would be whatever, fucking almost 50 years old. She never. I think she was trying to trap me. She was Puerto Rican, so you know. But and she was a stripper. Joe was a stripper. She told me she was pregnant, but I was like, "You're not keeping no fucking baby." You know what? I was like stupid. I was 18. I told her, "No, you know what? Fuck that. If you have that kid, I'm taking it, and I'll have my mother raise it." It's like stupid shit, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, because she's dysfunctional. She's a stripper and shit, you know. Yeah, that was the one that I ate her box with the Hubba Bubba bubble gum. And then
it got stuck in the fucking.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. And then a couple weeks later, we were talking in a club. And you know, when you're in a club, you can't talk. It's so loud. And she had long hair. So I was like, stuck my face in her fucking ear trying to talk. And I had gum that fell out of my mouth. And she's like, not again. She was like so pissed, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty funny, though. Oh, Sound Factory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
You know that I never was at the Sound Factory?
No, you weren't there? I
did not like Manhattan clubs. I found them to be too many fucking faggots and shit in there.
Oh, that
clubs, you know? Brooklyn and Long Island, Queens. Manhattan, I went to sometimes, but we didn't like it. It was too many wackadoos there.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted to see Italians, you know?
We ain't gonna see. Well, you might have saw some there. They were. That was a crazy.
It was a mixed crowd, but some, you know, we didn't like.
That's where some of the. That's where some of the chicks there. That's where they were fucking few of trannies were some of the hottest girls. That's where King Kamali hooked me up with that Asian fucking whatever. She was like half Asian tranny. She was like the hottest girl in the club, but she wanted him, not me. I tried. She didn't want to fuck around.
I tried. Joe Gator with the Rolling Stones emblem, looking good there. Ciao, guys, long time listener, first time.
To Rolling Stones.
Welcome to the show that never ends.
Thank you, Joe.
Right, thank you, Joe Gator. Greg got his chimney cleaned. Yeah, that's what you guys were talking about. I was watching RX. The chimney cleaning is like.
I guess he mean ETS. Is that what they mean? ETS.
Yeah, Jimmy the Bull was funny, bro.
Yeah, Jimmy. He called me up after that.
He's touching the phone, he mutes it.
He called me up after that.
Right now, bro.
He can still. Let me tell you something. He's still got a few good fights left in him if he wants.
Oh,
is that Big Bad Bear?
It might be. I got to still figure out. Somebody send me a Google saying how to shut the fucking phone off on your computer when you have it silenced on your phone. Shouldn't one fucking supersede the other? Thoughts on someone leaving a oh, this is what we were just talking about. Listen, it's weird, the whole truck thing. Jimmy fucking ran out, saw the truck drive away.
Jimmy and I talked about that a few times. All I'm just gonna say is
in his mailbox.
No comment.
Stay off the RF after hours. I don't know. It sounds very weird. It sounds weird, but why would you make something like that up? So I'm gonna say Jimmy is telling the truth. I'm on the truth
I'm not
side.
saying a word because him and I talked a lot about it. But anyway,
All right. Greg, what did your family think of your arrest, affairs, divorce, blown up arms, etc.? Were you the black sheep because of it to have your back and support you?
no, my family did. First of all, my mother was already dead, so she didn't have an opinion on it.
Jesus.
My father just was like, he didn't like. He was on my side, so you know what I mean. He don't care. That was his son. He's like, okay, he fucked up, whatever.
You got to stay with
My
them.
family stood behind me. They don't. It's not like I hurt somebody. Did I hurt somebody? Did I? I can't say the word R. So did I R somebody? You know what I mean? Did I?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Did I KILL somebody? No.
Unalive? Did you
You know?
unalive? Fucking lame.
I didn't do a fucking thing. Okay, I was selling a Pabanya. Did anybody overdose and fucking die in their fucking bedroom because of that? No. I made a few champions because I sold some to guys who won shows, and there was a few pro bodybuilders that used to deal with me. So there you go.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Oh yeah, Dave talks about that too. He inadvertently got shit that was from me. I sold to somebody else, and they sold it to him.
And
So.
they fucking see you were like the wholesaler almost.
Yes, I was the Pablo Escobar. Okay.
Let me rephrase it. Do you have any in mind with the girl? I do. Yeah, I do. Because when you're drunk, sometimes you fucking scumbags do break sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm Greg's child. He owes me back support. You got to spend money for Steve. Pay him in popcorn there, pancakes. I mean,
Steve.
I've never connected with the show so deeply. He has the heart, soul, and humor. Momo Senior, jacked for life. Thank you, Rocco Ravone.
Thank you, Rocco. God bless.
And here he is, His Honor, the King, Dale.
Dale, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
The Dale Chance. What up, Dale? Greg.
Dale Chance.
Bodybuilding show. Me or Big Lenny? Dale.
Of course. Yeah, poor Lenny. God bless him. I talked to him a couple weeks before he died. He was all right. He was a good man.
He some things he did I don't agree with, but
me too.
So
he had other people coercing him to do some of those things that he did.
Well, not just that, but whatever. I don't want.
You know what I mean?
It's not the proper. And here he is, South African's best guinea, Angelo. Steroids is like apple pie in America. What's that?
Yes.
Apple pie.
Steroids are as American as apple pie.
That was on your Instagram yesterday.
Yeah, I just stuck it on there, because I figured every once in a while people like that shit.
Yeah. Donnie Gastromacia. Greg, did you ever hear or see anyone dying in the South?
Yeah, oh yeah. I never saw them die, but I know people who have died.
Well, like overdose?
What's that?
Overdose or something?
Yeah, there was a girl, Dana Dotson, who was she was a fitness girl, and she was an up and coming. She was 19 years old. She was gorgeous, and her boyfriend broke up with her. So her girls brought her out. They brought her to Sound Factory. She never did drugs. She never partied. But one of those like, come on, girl, let's go out. We'll have a good time. Fuck around, take a little bit of this, drink some booze. Blah, 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 blah. And of what I remember, she died on her way out of the Sound. Dropped dead right there at the door.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know a few other stories, mostly at the tunnel, though. The tunnel was known for that. I know guys that used to work there. They say because they would open on a Friday night and open close on like Saturday, Sunday, like in the afternoon. And when they would turn on the lights, they'd see certain kids that like still sitting there against the wall like that, and they were dead. They would overdose.
A friend of mine got stabbed in the tunnel.
Oh, really?
And he got a lot of fucking money, but he almost died. He got stabbed in the gut.
Was it a fight, or was he just walking
around? It was words. They were Spanish. This guy was a Spanish guy, and it was fellow Spanish guys, and they had a beef. And they fuck you, and then the kids came back. I don't know why they walked away, but they came back, and the place was jammed. So they didn't ever catch the guy, but they sued the club because they didn't have metal detectors, and the kid got money, but he had a lot of healing to do. He was fucked up for a while.
There was a kid who was I shouldn't say kid. Everybody's a kid to me. There was a guy who was a correctional officer who was a bouncer at one of the clubs. I can't remember. I know him and I can't remember his name. So some of you guys here from Westchester, that if you remember, he was a bouncer at one of the big clubs in New York City, and he got stabbed in the leg. Threw a guy out. Guy came back, and this guy stabbed him in the leg, and he died because he hit that fucking, he bled out.
The artery there.
Yeah, that main artery. He hit that main artery.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
I forgot his name, son of a bitch. The black dude, big Jack black dude, who was the CEO, got stabbed in the leg and died. You always think like, shit, well, at least it was in the leg. But no, you hit that main artery.
He got that. That's a bad place.
Yeah.
Was it that girl from MTV, Tila Tequila? Remember that? I think I get it. Yeah, remember that Tila Tequila MTV girl?
What's he? Yeah, but what is he asking? Does he mean like? Oh, is he mean is he talking about the Asian tranny thing that it was in?
Oh yeah, I don't. But she's a girl though, isn't she?
Isn't she? I thought that was a.
I thought she was a full-fledged broad. Like
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it was. If you're asking me if that was her, no.
Broad, though. I remember that.
I don't know. Well, so it was the fucking.
So it was just.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you. If you didn't know, I knew because I was told. But I mean, I knew, but you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know if you just started hitting
big
on her.
Fucking tits. She stripped. She had a fucking tiny waist, big tits, fucking face. Yeah. Really good. You mix that Asian and white blood, and you got some pretty fucking girls, bro. This girl, I know it's something. That's a guy. Yeah, but you say that shit to fucking nobody else is around. You know what I'm saying?
I won't brag
you
about
won't say that shit. Nobody else, or trust me.
So the big bad bear apparently watched RX Muscle as well, and he says, of course, Gregg brought him up and blamed him for the Iron Bowl situation.
No, I didn't blame you. What Iron Bowl situation? Oh, maybe I made a joke or something. I don't remember what he's talking about. But
you actually said you apologized.
Yeah, I did. I feel bad. I feel. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Okay, he's talking about when Jimmy was saying, that people fucking stalk him and shit like that and send letters to him and he gets phone calls.
You mentioned this thing with the guy calling your house.
Right. Well, Big Bad Bear. I feel bad that I went nuts on you, but you can't call it. That is a little obsessive. You gotta admit. I mean, there's no. Big Bad Bear. I want to know. Do you have a girlfriend? Honestly, or I cringe saying a wife because. There's no way a guy who's like obsessed with this. I mean, you're obsessed. You're kind of like obsessed with this. And I'm an ugly motherfucker. So if you're gay, you could pick a better looking guy than me. Trust me. I'm not. So if you're gay, I'm the like a big bad bear, like big.
Yeah, he wants a twin too. If he's a bear,
right? I
mean, you match up with the opposite in that kind of relationship.
I'm an ugly motherfucker. There's got to be better looking guys out there. But if if you don't have a girlfriend and you do like chicks, I think I know why you're not doing too good. You know what I'm saying? It's it's okay to watch these things, to be obsessed, and you tell Joe stuff like, you'll give $1,000 to do an investigation. Well, I'll tell you what. Joe will give you the I guess his Venmo, however Joe takes money. Send $1,000. We'll start the investigation. How do you want to do it? How do you want to start? How do you want to know what I did 25 fucking years? Because I don't look like that now. Okay. So how do we do this? Proceed with this investigation? Because Joe could use the grant. Okay.
Publish it. Yeah. Damn.
And we'll publish it. We'll do all that shit. You should come on here. Why don't you come on here and talk? You know what I'm saying?
Good. Yeah. And not like type of pick the pepper. Come on, let's see a fucking.
I'm sure the rest of the guys will be like, okay, bring him on. But
it might be our best fucking hit show. We might get the most views if the bear.
Absolutely. And don't leave dead mice in Jimmy's mailbox either.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get Jimmy mad.
No, but Jimmy. Jimmy still got. Let me tell you something. Jimmy's like a fucking 3rd-degree black belt in it's not karate. It's one of those fucking things. I mean, I've seen him kick a 7-foot ceiling, and he has hands like hammers. And
bro, I saw him a couple of months ago at the gym. He's fucking humongous, though. He's still
he's got jackhammer hands. And Joe, you remember Jimmy back in the day? Do you remember?
Oh,
Jimmy Pietaro that was jacked and fucking.
That video with Dave
those when hands like fucking
shit. Yeah.
Oh man. Great. Yeah. But he was an animal. He used to get. I mean, he was a martial artist. So he would knock dudes out in clubs. Like 3-4 guys.
Stories on the show. I was laughing my ass off. The guy in the bathroom. Pissed off him.
He's funny. That fucking guy, Jimmy's funny.
Great. He sent Jim, the Great American Port sent Jimmy some Fool's Gold nuggets. Yeah, Fool's Gold. Remember that, like in the Old West?
I do remember. Yes.
Yeah, it was like powder.
Joe, do you remember the gold nuggets that you used to get in a little sack? It was gum. Remember it? You know, or the coins, the little gum, the little fucking bag. With a bag, little gold nuggets.
Yeah, they look like little rocks. Yep, yeah, I remember that. Hey, Greg and Joe, 70s Bush Boys across the. Oh,
yes, that a boy, Sean. That a boy. Yes.
Hang out with the AJ. AJ's in.
AJ likes the Bush too. Okay. See,
I don't know if he likes the bush, but he's across the pond. But I don't think any guy dislikes anything if he can get his fucking mouth.
That's right.
He'll deal with whatever's there. Greg and Joe, may I ask, brothers, at what age generally do you believe a man is physical? You want to ask black people what they? I speak jive. What age do you think a guy is in his physical? I know they try to say 18 for the sexual prime. I don't. That's a load of shit. And
no,
18. I was a fucking mess.
I think 30s and maybe 40s. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm doing.
I'm gonna say between 25 and 30 is when you hit your physical prime.
I think but I didn't. If you know what happens if you get married when you're 25, by the time you're 30, the wife's already starting to shut it down. You know what I mean? So if you fucking stay single, you could fucking get that shit. Like my girlfriend's a pig, so we have sex all the time. You know what I mean? And I'm lucky. She likes old ugly guys. So I fit the bill. She thinks George Bush is hot. I told her, dude, Mrs. Bush doesn't even like. Even she doesn't think he's hot. She does. She'll sit there like that fucking guy that does that commercial. There's an old man, it's like Dr. Old Man, like the fucking drop or whatever that shit is. To lose weight. It's like supposed to be the GLP-1, but it's a pill instead of the shot.
Oh yeah.
There's some doctor or something, and she's like, he's cute. He's got nice blue eyes. I'm like, oh my god. I mean.
Hey, listen, everybody has their
she's like a grandpa chaser, so I'm actually in my prime then for her.
That's good. Yeah, for you, that's great. Don't complain.
Nope.
Joe, what AI do you use? And you have yet had a personal combo? I've been using Chat GPT, and I don't really have like personal combo, but I'll say, wow, this came out great. Thanks, bro. And so maybe I am. Oh, I'm glad I can help. Feel free to ask for more. I like when they so I've been mostly with the Chat GPT, and there's one that's through Instagram. It's for the phone thing, but on the computer I use Chat, and been pretty good. I've been able to do some different things with it. Malcolm McWeed, your wife. I'm not judging you, but I know affairs and going to jail can really divide your family and upset people.
What does that mean?
Like when you about the previous question behind you when you got in trouble with everything.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he's saying? Like he's the guy that asked the question. How do I?
I'm not sure if he was or not. Maybe he's just following up on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I hit that. I mean, you fucking.
What are you gonna do? Your family stands behind you. Unless I did something heinous. You know what I mean? I'm not a pedophile. I'm not. I'm not into bad shit. Like I don't do things like that. I didn't hurt nobody.
Yeah. You were just fucking making some fucking.
I think the divorce was worse than the fucking me getting locked up. I mean, as far as for my family goes, because. It hurts kids. And then my ex-wife was a saint, an angel. It wasn't. The divorce is 100% my fault, not 99.
I gotta give you credit. You never ever said something like, "Oh, that fucking." You always were a fucking stand-up guy with that,
Thank you.
That's hard for a lot of, even if they feel that, to say it. So I give you a lot of credit.
Thank you, Joe. Do you know what's funny? Her
would be the same way. Sometimes you're looking for the scapegoat.
Her lawyer said the same thing to her. He said, I got to ask you, because I told her, what do you want? Take everything. You want the bank account? Take it. As long as I get to see the kids, I don't care. Take whatever you want. And she did. And, I had $210,000. You know what I mean? That she took cash and shit. But I gave it to her. So I shouldn't say she took it. But the thing is that I was doing bad things and it was my fault. Not she. I like kind of stuck her nose in it. It was bad. It was bad me. 100%, not 99. She did nothing wrong. And she was really cute too. So it was all my fault, you know. And the lawyer's like, I don't understand it, because I didn't even use a lawyer for the divorce. I used a lawyer for the child.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
For when, you know, she met somebody and then the child thing started. But, you know,
you told me about
right.
that. It's a tough
So,
one.
but I'm just saying, you know, some of you guys got to understand, you know, I was locked up with guys that are sitting in there in jail. And I have a friend right now, you know, that's in jail. And they don't want to ever say they did anything wrong. I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing, bro.
You were the only guilty guy in jail.
The whole jail's full of all victims.
Innocent.
Everybody in there's a victim. I was the only one going, I'm fucking stupid. I'm stupid. I told the judge I'm stupid. I deserve it. You know, I fucked up. You know, I owned it. And the judge said, I like this guy. You know, Judge Richard Molia was my judge. Okay. And he liked me. He actually did a favor to me. They wanted to they already porked me in a can. They wanted to do a lot more to me. And he fucking said, no. And he told me, I'm going to give you a break. And he said, if you do one thing to embarrass me, like that, you're going to, you know, that I did this for you, I'm going to lock you. I'm sending you upstate for like, you know, like 5 years and shit. So, you know, I told him, you'll never see me again. I asked him, can I shake your hand? And he said, absolutely. He came over and he shook my hand. He said, you know, I hope I don't see you like this again. And he didn't. And
he never did. No.
Nope, never did.
20-something years ago. Yep. Dale Chance says, Greg, Big Lenny always talk highly of you and Joe. You know he loved you. Oh,
thank you, Big Dale, and I appreciate it.
Listen, I loved Lenny. He was hysterical. Whatever he did, some of those things I don't agree with, but it doesn't make me think bad of how I felt about the guy when he was still around, or even now.
Listen,
you know, some of it is shit that's not, you know, not good, but whatever.
He was he was an innocent guy who just I think some people took advantage of him, but I also feel he was a good guy. I don't think he didn't hurt nobody. Who did Lenny hurt? Nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to talk about it, but there are some things that have been factual that came out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, but still, I like the guy.
But listen, anytime I got him in person or online, like on these shows, or when I saw him in person, he was great. You know, so. To me, I like to think of that part of it than a negative thing. It's fuck.
No, he's to me, he was a great guy. I only know that side of him.
He was fucking funny too, man. He was a
great guy. I hope he's up in heaven right now.
Yep. Greg and Joe, silly question, but Serge Nubray was known to do about 2,000 sit-ups, crunch type movements in the morning, saying bodybuilders today look disgusting and like pregnant women. Question: is this ab overtraining? I don't think you can overtrain abs, especially.
Well, it's not like overtraining, but too much abs. I just did a little quick video about that. Too much abs. I see guys in the gym doing the weights with the abs. I see them. Yeah, you don't understand. Your abs are no different from your biceps, right? So if you do too much and you're on the babanya, it's gonna get bigger. That's why some of these guys have these fucking waists that are this big. And you're ripped. Yeah. There was a pro bodybuilder. I don't want to say his name because he's a super famous bodybuilder. But he lifted up his shirt, was showing me his abs, and his fucking waist was like fucking ripped 40 inches. It's not good looking. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. Like Rich Gaspari shrunk his waist inches by not doing abs for like 10 months. You know, you got to just do enough to keep them sharp. I mean, sit-ups is not going to really.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think you can overtrain the body weight. When you put the weights in, then you can add that blockiness to it. Even if it looks dense, it looks blocky. You know, move, you know the hourglass look, the V. But I think you don't need to do that many.
No, you don't. But the thing is that abs by themselves is almost like saying I did 2,000 push-ups for my chest. Is it going to get bigger? It's getting more muscular, but you're not adding resistance because that's high reps. But the thing is though, is that if you got fat there, doing all the sit-ups in the world is not going to get rid of the fat. That's all I'm going to take. You got to diet. Otherwise, bodybuilders would just sit and fucking work out all day and still eat pizza pie and ice cream, and they'd be, ripped. It doesn't work like that.
Greg, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our buddies over at Chapel of Peace.
Yes.
Watch this, folks.
Hey, Dad. Dad, Dad? Hey, Dad. 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 West Coast Johnny. Man, where could he be? Dad?
Oh, hey, we'll bury him in 10 minutes. This is a great article. On a more serious note, we're here for you 24/7, our family to yours. Please follow us on Instagram too.
That, of course, was. You look like Johnny.
Oh shit!
There.
There's our girl, Wendy. Or
Oh, look at that
look
fucking
at
kid.
Wendy. Let's look at her. Let's look at her ass a
You
little
can
bit.
do a lot of fucking sit-ups right on that. Oh man, semolina bread smeared in her shit. That's
I
my
got I gotta ask Vince something. Vince Gunkel. He was looking for his father, and he actually lifted up one of the urns. And
in the urn.
said, "Dad," I was like, "Please tell me Johnny's still alive."
I believe Johnny is on the feed right here, but let me go back because I had to scroll back up to where we left off, and I did see West Coast Johnny. Let me just get
Johnny's
where I
great.
was.
I
I wish
think-
it would stay where it was. It goes to the bottom. The ab work. Big Len is not in the Epstein files. No,
Okay.
he is not. Definitely not. Greg Hoffman, what's up? Hey, Greg. Dave wants
Hey, Greg.
to ask Ed in Jimmy's mailbox if that was true. God bless you, Joseph. Thank you, Greg. He can feed it to the snakes, like you guys were saying. Yeah. Loved it. I remember the interview with Greg and Bigger, Stronger, Faster. Was it you, Greg, that said Arnie waves to the crowd? Yeah.
Yeah. I also said that sometimes when you got the thumb up and you got the middle finger under the table. Remember, I said that stuff too. Arnold,
Yep.
when I actually saw Arnold, he was like looking at me like, oh
Yeah,
after that.
'cause everybody saw that movie. There he is. There's Mr. fucking Kunkel
West
right
Coast Johnny, there he is, Johnny Kunkel. What's going on, brother?
there. Johnny wants to hear your story when you crapped on Jane Fonda and the garage door started
Oh,
open.
fuck
That was in the Look magazine?
That was in Brooklyn.
Right?
It was in Brooklyn. I thought it was Life. It might have been Look. It was it's
Oh,
a girl. My friends had a fucking stack. His wife had stacks of those fucking magazines
Yeah,
in the garage. We were
But
getting
that's great
equipment.
that you got Jane Fonda, because fuck her.
Well,
Yeah,
dude, it's a true story. My friend Joe, you know what's funny? I believe it was Benson or so. It might have been your old fucking neighbor. Where they had the houses, the little house, and they had the short, but a little driveway thing. And my friend,
shared driveway and the garages
my
are in
friend
the back.
Angelo, we were over there. He was getting rid of equipment, right? He was getting rid of equipment. So him and his family were like, look, he goes, just if you have to go to bathroom, he left the door open into the house, but he said, here, just get the shit. He's got this giant garage, get the shit out of the garage, take whatever you want, for the equipment, right?
Yeah.
So we're there, and me and my partner Paul, and what happened was we ate and a whole bunch of food. Now, my partner Paul went to the bathroom, but then he came in and he closed the door, but I locked the door. So now, there's no going into the house, which is downstairs in like the basement. So now we're in a fucking garage, and I told him, bro, I got a shit really bad, So I was fucking with him before, and we fuck around with each other. So I'm just trying to make a long story short. I'm trying to get the thing is, he had the wife had stacks of these magazines. I don't know if she sold them on eBay or what the fuck she did, but they were her magazines. So we're in there, and I told Paul, pull down the garage door. I pulled down the garage door. I saw the Jane Fonda magazine. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna shit on this fucking thing, and I'm gonna throw it away. So I'm over there, and I go and I start shitting, and I hear this banging on the garage door, and I'm like, okay, asshole, because I fuck with him like that, you know what I mean? And it's him going, no, oh, and he's fucking hitting the door like this, and I'm going, stop it, I'm trying to shit in peace here, and son of a bitch, all of a sudden the garage door started. He was trying to warn me that my friend Angelo was pulling into the driveway, and the garage door opens up, and there I am fucking shitting on the magazine with the whole fucking family seeing me, you know what I mean? It was I was so embarrassed. The kids were there laughing at fucking Angela, but the wife wasn't happy. So he closed the garage door. Then he said to me, bro, I don't give a fuck those magazines. He goes, but why didn't you just go in the house? And I told him, fucking Paul went in the house, and when he closed the door, he must have locked the door. So that's how that happened.
Yeah.
So I
Hey,
shit on
listen.
the Jane Fonda magazine, and
you got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
Joe, that was fucking Brooklyn, and Joe, you know how long ago that is? That's like
That's great.
We were building the gym, and we were taking some of his. He had a couple Nautilus machines. What the fuck? That had to be in like 94, 1994. It was a long time ago. It was Brooklyn. I think it was Ben. It was because my brother Paul
there, and then I still was in Brooklyn that year.
You know what? He was from Canarsie, I think, Paul, and it was right. How far is Canarsie from Bensonhurst?
Half hour.
Okay, but it wasn't his town. I know he was from, that's where he was from, Canarsie. Yeah. But I believe it was Bensonhurst. It was a real Italian neighborhood.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
So
Dana Dodson had a heart attack due to laced ecstasy. She was a beautiful girl.
So Malcolm. So Malcolm, where'd you hear that? You saw? I knew Dana Dodson. I got pictures of me and her together. She was a very pretty girl. Her boyfriend broke up with her. She was depressed, and her girls took her out and fucking figured. Yeah, I knew it was ecstasy. I don't want to say, but that's what it was. She mixed ecstasy and then she was drinking that night.
Yeah, listen. It was an accident. They were trying to make up the time and get over the broken relationship thing.
But you never do drugs. If you don't do drugs and you start doing that shit, and somebody fucking gives you a little bit too much, and then you mix it with it could kill you. No,
it's sad, man. Kingdale, Greg, may I say in a documentary I saw, you said, I definitely have a small man's complex. I definitely do. I guess it's when you're a big man, a little man's body. My question is, given your experience, if a young man, say 24, is even smaller on height than you, also has a severe small man's complex, he comes to you for advice, what do you say?
Well, I mean, I always said if I can't grow taller, I'll grow wider.
Lower the reps.
I'll grow wider. Yeah. The other thing is that not for nothing, but I was 5'6". I don't know if I'm still 5'6" anymore. You know what I mean? Because as you get older, I feel like I shrunk.
Yeah, you shrink. Yeah.
And when you get wide, I'm really wide. I have broad shoulders, so I'm wide. So that actually makes you look even stubbier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to deal with that. Sometimes when you what did Denzel said? Sometimes when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sometimes when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud. So you get jacked. But when you're jacked, you also look like a fucking like a little stub. You know what I mean? Like a little thumb walking around. You know what I mean?
You feel better about yourself, though.
Right, but you do feel bad. I mean, I feel like I felt great being jacked.
Yeah. No, people are going to see that. They're not going to say, "Hey, look at this short guy. Look at this fucking jacked guy."
Right, and Big Bad Bear, I want to just say one thing. If that was all fucking synthol, then I could just do that now and not worry about the steroids, because it's just synthol's just oil, right? So
yeah, you can just fill up again. Yeah.
No, I miss the steroids, bro. I love that shit. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna take it now and fucking kill myself at my age.
Too much now. What's on the FBI up? Trying to censor an Epstein document. They censored the names, but did it wrong. So someone edited the file back to normal, viewed all the names. The complex. I did not see this, but it's no surprise because the FBI is a fucking joke. It always has been. Always.
All I know is they can release every name in there. But Trump is not in there in any way with girls or on the island.
Like that. He might be on the island fucking a regular adult woman.
No, he was never on the island. They said that. What's his name? Alan Dershowitz is in there, and he was on the island. But he was not on the island fucking around. Epstein wasn't there. It was almost one of those deals. Hey, they wanted to go on vacation. He was with his wife and daughter on the island. Yes, Dershowitz. And he said, what do you think I'm going to, and they were alone. You know what I'm saying? There's people, I guess.
They were just using his fucking.
Right. They used his as a vacation getaway, but he was with his daughter or daughters and his wife there. So
obviously that's nothing happening there.
Right. But he was outraged that, like, how dare you fucking talk about me being in those papers? Just because you went to the island doesn't mean that you fucked around with kids. And there was no kid. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound fucked up. But a 17-year-old girl, and you like a 17-year-old girl, you're not a pedophile. Congratulations. You know, and not in my book. Okay, you're
Yeah,
not a
listen,
pedophile.
in New York, that's legal. So
You know, I mean, but even 16. I mean, come on. You know,
no, I know. It's
in
not,
other
it's not
fucking
a 5-year-old
societies,
kid that you're sneaking in the bedroom. You know,
dude, in other societies, when chicks get their period, they're considered okay. Now she's got to get married off. You know, back in the days of Jesus, you know, and I love my mother Mary. Look, I wear her
Yeah.
rosary. I got a
Okay.
rosary beads on. Okay, but Mother
It's
Mary had
all young
Jesus at
people,
13
man.
years old. She was 13 when she had him. Okay, I'm not saying we should all go out with 13-year-old girl, but what I'm saying is, you're not with some like 8-year-old little girl. Come here, look at, play with the dolly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'll give you
you know,
candy.
and
Don't tell.
anybody that was on that island, any of those girls that were on that island, their mother and father packed their bags for them, drove them to the airport. Epstein didn't go with Joe. Epstein didn't go over with a big butterfly net. Look, I got a fucking 15-year-old. That did not happen. That did not happen. Okay, their parents. Again, I go back to the movie. Herr Bruno with you know, what's his name there? Fucking Sasha Cohen. Borat. Okay, but he did a movie called Bruno, and in the movie Bruno, he was a fucking producer, and in the producer, he was casting for a movie with little children, and he had a girl that was like 6 years old, and she weighed 35 pounds, and he told the mother, "Listen, we really want her for this part. Do you think she can lose 15, 20 pounds?" And the mother goes, "She's only 35 pounds," and he goes, "But we need her to lose weight. Can she lose like 15, 20? And the mother looks at the father and she says, "Well, we really want this part. Yes, we'll get her to lose the weight."
Pieces of shit.
You know what that means? Parents will do anything to get their kids out there. Same thing with Harvey Weinstein. You know how many people got movie roles, contracts for fucking television, music? Their fucking shit went to the shit. Why? And now, I think he's a scumbag piece of shit.
Yeah.
But those are all willing participants. Nobody went to that island because they were caught with a butterfly net. It's all bullshit. Sorry. I don't believe all that. Same thing with Michael Jackson, bro. When Michael Jackson had little fucking 8 or 9-year-old boys sleeping in the bed with him, that's bad. Okay, that's not a nice thing. Let's be honest. That's sick. But he didn't touch them sexually because every one of those little boys are now fucking 40, 50-year-old men. Okay, and they're like, he never touched me. Right?
Yeah, my parents made me say it for the
right. And exactly. Hit their parents, Macaulay Culkin, all of none of them, those fucking guys. Do you think an 8-year-old, like, what did he do? Take a cab and go to fucking, you know what I'm saying? No. Their parents brought them there. Okay? They're not. Listen, you're not fucking. I don't look at any of these fucking people like, you know, now.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's other shit that goes on, but I'm just saying, don't give me that whole Epstein shit. Dude, give me a break. These fucking people. I was only 17 and he touched me inappropriately. Oh, bullshit. You had your bags packed. You sat in a hot tub like this with Bill Clinton. Well, Bill Clinton said, "Holy shit, check these bubbles out." You know what I mean? In the hot tub. Well, he smoked a cigar and she said, "Let me see that cigar."
Yeah.
So don't give me that shit. They're not innocent fucking, you know, you took advantage.
I agree. There was a party and a lot of the people partying.
Did you see what Hillary Clinton looks like? Do you blame Bill Clinton?
No, not one bit. See, it feels like these things didn't happen back in the day. Well, they always did in Hollywood, the old casting couch.
Dude.
The whole saying.
There's not a fucking sex symbol movie star from back in the 40s and 50s and 30s and all that did not fucking, you know, Marilyn Monroe, all of them, they were all known to have hit the casting couch, okay?
Yeah. They said Fatty Arbuckle used to stick fucking bottles up girls' cunts. That was
do you ever see what Fatty Arbuckle looked like? But you know what? He could snap his fingers and get you in a fucking movie. You're going to sit there and go, listen, do I become a movie star or am I going to work in the five and dime at a drugstore back in India? Am I going to work in a drugstore as a fucking cashier for the rest of my life? Or am I going to be, you know, a sex symbol? I'll bleach my hair blonde. I'll get some fucking silicone shot in my titties so they're out like this because back then they didn't have implants. And there you go.
Of course. I mean, some of these guys were sleazeballs, but they just said, "Hey, you can get the part if you suck my dick," and the fucking
right.
Women said, "Okay."
And any girl that turned it down is sitting right now working as a
What?
cashier somewhere going, I should have sucked that dick.
Yeah, I've sucked
Right?
some since then. Yeah. Do you guys feel like you grew up in the wrong era when you were young or the right? I feel like I missed out in the 90s, early 2000s, the best era for bodybuilding living. I was only a teen then. I think I would have been great growing up in the 50s, like Happy Days, like I was a high school kid, like those kids were. That I think I missed my calling. I think that was I'm more of an old throwback guy. So that era to me would have been the best era. Brooklyn Dodgers still around, you know. I love
Oh,
the
yeah.
music.
Well, Brooklyn Dodgers, forget it.
No,
My mom was a-
fucking, Guinea, the neighborhoods were, all very, established and not mixed and,
very
listen
family.
any way you want. And people were happy. Yeah, family
I
oriented.
I
I
actually,
don't give a fuck about bodybuilding.
I was just gonna say, I like the era I grew up in. I was 60s,
Yeah.
and with 70s is when my shit really started, and
Yeah.
80s, the girls with big hair. But I didn't give two fucks
Those
about
were-
bodybuilding.
yeah.
Forget the bodybuilding. I don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but to be like life and shit, chicks were the hottest in the 80s. 80s chicks, Joe, when you watch some of them old videos, they all had the boofed hair up to here. And,
I love
girls
it.
were
Yeah.
skinny. Now today, go on Twitter, Joe. All I see is fat fucking girls. The big thing with their big fucking asses like this and they're,
Yeah,
and
that
you're
was-
shaking it. Give me a break.
Yeah. Back then, your friends would pay you to fucking fuck a girl like that who had the balls to hit some fat broad. Guys are fighting over them. I
Dude,
don't
you
know.
gotta be kidding me. I look at the fucking Lizzo and what is that? That Cardi B and that's disgusting. Blech.
Not my style.
Not
Angelo,
me either.
fuck out of here. I'm finished. Greg made my night shift just match better.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Ange.
Angelo. God bless.
He's working the night shift in South Africa. That's
Oh,
that's
shit.
how far ahead they are of us.
Woo.
Yeah. Joe, that's a lie. I never offered $1,000. I said 200. No, I'm single and not gay. I'm a furry. He's a
Okay.
furry, and then you're even more fucking weird than I thought.
Come on.
All right,
Well, Big Bear,
we'll
he'll take the
do it
$200.
for 400. We're gonna shake you down, bro. We're shaking you down. Robbie Robinson broken TV. Prime depends on genetics too, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but you
you
can work
know.
out, make your genetics fucking.
But it's the
maximize.
rabbit and the turtle, bro. It's just the rabbit knows it could beat the turtle in a race. So what did it do? Sat on the side of the road, jerked off
Yeah.
a few times,
And he
did
fell
whatever it
asleep.
wanted to. Well, the turtle just kept moving. There's a lot of bodybuilders who didn't have great genetics, but they became great bodybuilders because,
Yeah,
right, they'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
whatever it takes. Okay,
Right, right.
going to see if my back will respond to the diet for the third time. Dale, 3. Dale is the number 3.
That a boy, Dale.
Always a match there. Greg doesn't seem like the guy to end up on Chris Hansen. By the way, Chris Hansen is still very much active. He's only doing YouTube now. I recommend something. Chris Hansen's great. He does a good service on getting these guys with the pedophilia. Because a lot of them, they're young. They think they're like 14 and shit. And they're going with the knowledge of that. And that's where their hotness and turn on is from. Not that she's pretty and she looks like she's older, because they think that they're fucking babies. So guys that get jammed up in that, I don't feel bad for those.
You're a stupid fuck because you know how many times I see this guy who works for like Homeland Security and shit like that. He's an agent and he got caught up in shit. Like, I'm like, how stupid are you? First of all, I don't.
see it.
I have plenty of sex here, so I don't like thinking that shit. Like I would never like, dude. I'm at an Arnold Classic. I told you the story. These 2 hot fucking girls come up to me, they're kicking it to me, and I'm like, you just want to get me, you want me to introduce you to people, get in a magazine. And John Romano was there, and I said, "There's John Romano. Technically, he's my boss. Go talk to him."
Yeah.
And see what happened. And he'll take you upstairs or whatever. And I have a picture of these 2 girls. I gotta find. Because he took a picture of me, right? They were kicking it to me, and I told them I'm an ugly motherfucker. Look at all these good-looking, tall, guys walking around. I'm short, look fucking all ugly and shit. You know what I mean? Well, you don't want me, but they were like really all over me, Joe. So I took them up, and Romano said, "Yeah, I took them upstairs and fucked around with them." There you go. I can't be bothered though. It's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered. I don't give a shit like that. That's how you get in trouble. You know what I mean? I don't want to fuck around with some young
Look
girl.
at fucking Raging Bull. right?
Oh
With
yeah,
the two
yeah. With the 15.
right?
Does she look 15 to
She didn't
you?
look like that last night. Does she look? Yeah,
She kissed damn good. But here's the thing, though.
stupid motherfucker.
First of all, I don't want some young girl like, I'm a virgin, or that kind of shit. Some 15-year-old that's never. I like a pig. Okay.
Yeah.
I want some girl that's like a throw you, fucking lick your ass and do all kinds of crazy shit. Suck those balls and shit. You know what I mean? I don't want some
15-year-old
girl
kid
like.
is not thinking about that.
Right. I want a pig.
Do it.
I love
Yeah.
pigs.
I love pigs.
You want her to stick her finger up your ass. You want all kinds of
yeah.
dick like this and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want some girl like I don't know, ew. Like it's like,
Ew.
but did you wash
Like
it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not standing by your family is straight up human filth behavior. I agree. Families
Yes.
first. Absolutely.
Always, 100%.
Greg and Joe, if there was a young man who really had a thing for Italian women, that sounds like me. Let's say this guy is American. He's planning to visit Italy soon. To get myself a woman, he says, what advice would you give for getting an Italian woman, and what should the young man expect? I would say be yourself, because they're going to like the outsider more than somebody trying to fake being one
Yeah,
of
but
them.
you can't go to Italy. First of all, you better speak Italian because you should. And Italian girls from Italy have a different mindset than chicks here.
Yeah.
So it's not the same. You get some chick from Long Island or some Italian princess over there. My time clock's ticking here, Vinny. You know what I mean? I love that. Miss Mona Lisa DeVito. You know what I mean? That's
Thank you, Miss Vito. Yeah.
that's my
But
type
yeah,
of girl. She'll fucking
In
tell
Italy,
you
they may
fuck
like
yourself.
that you're different, right? And maybe even you'll get by the language barrier if they, if they don't
But if
care.
you know the Italian American culture, you can kind of get around that with those. But those kind of like, she was gorgeous, that chick. You remember her?
Who, Miss Vito?
Yeah, Miss Mona Lisa. I just
Yeah.
I've just dropped her name for a second, but she was beautiful. That girl was gorgeous, and her attitude. I knew a girl that looked like her and actually had the same voice, acted like that. That's the way they are.
Yeah.
And she was from Brooklyn, Joe. She was my
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of, that's the Italian chicks I like. But you go to Italy, they're different. You come see my mom. I don't fuck around. You know what I mean? Holy shit! Like.
Tell him I like to take his daughter out. I call Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Robbie Robinson, your prime depends on genetics. If someone lives to 100, they are in the middle age at 50, as opposed to someone who lives to 70. Well, I'm going to live to 100, so I guess I'm only just 8 years past middle age, right?
There you go. I'm
Deal with I'm going to fuck the city till I'm 100 when my pension checks. Give forgetting it. Oh, that was the continuation of the Italian. Learn the language; they love it. Even if you know a couple of words, they'll correct you if you're wrong, and they'll like giggle with her and her friends.
Yeah, but but let me ask you a question. You really think some chick in Italy, if she falls in love with you, a lot of those girls, they love being in Italy. They're not gonna want to come to America over here, and you're like, let's go have Italian food, and there's like Mexicans make it, and fucking you go to Little Italy, and there's fucking Mexicans making a Chinese. She's gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You understand? Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. Joe and I are Italian, but we're American. So we're Italian American. And we grew up in that Italian American culture. Joe, it's funny. I was going to ask you, you and I should do videos where we rate. Like, I was watching like Mario Lanza. I was seeing who did the best version in SM Dorma. You know what I'm saying? And Pavarotti, but then you got Mario Lanza and all the. I'm just saying, like, I was listening to that this afternoon, Joe. This afternoon, I was listening to Italian music. But the thing is, that's different. We're different. Joe and I are Italian Americans. You go to Italy, they're not like that. They're different. And they're not going to want to leave Italy unless you're going to leave and live there, but your family's here. It's a different story.
Yeah. Just try to get laid. Yes. Yeah. Greg and Joe, what would you tell your younger self? The one most important thing you know now, and if you could time travel,
oh boy,
what would you tell your younger self? Would you try to not get jammed up when you did? I guess would be the obvious.
I don't know, all the shit, the things that led to what I have accomplished. Like I've been in movies. It's like to go to I've been in like when you go to the premiere and there's the movie, there you are on the screen. Kind of, I feel embarrassed a little bit, but the thing is, the shit I've accomplished, I wouldn't have, if the bad shit didn't happen to me and the shit I did, didn't happen to me, I would be working in that drugstore right now, cashier. Yes, sir, those are fine. Aisle 6.
You didn't have a chance to suck a director's dick, you mean?
Yeah.
You could have blew Chris Bell if you.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I would tell my younger self, to be honest. I think it has shit all the time. You know, I didn't think I'd be. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'd say. I'm not really
think
sure.
I would make sure I had a fucking FFM threesome because that's never going to happen. I would have tried even harder. I did try, but maybe just not hard enough. I came close a few times. Close, but no cigar. It doesn't count. Oh, that was the same. Okay, I'm sorry. You think Wes Watson will go to prison? I still don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Do you know who that?
Up against the prime minister, went to his gym, set up a camera, went to attack him before he got counterattacked. I still don't know this fucking thing.
I know the guy.
I don't know it.
I don't know, but if he does, he's stupid because he had the world by the balls, making money off YouTube and all that shit and all these other fucking stations he's on.
But why can't people just go, I had a fight, I won or I lost, and then
because he set it up and he had a bunch of his he didn't set up. This guy said he's to open it. First of all, he's an idiot. Okay, I'm a shot caller. If you met him right now, this is Joe. This is Wes Watson. How you doing, Joe? I was in prison for I was a shot caller. Like, oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. Do you give a fuck? Every guy today that was in prison's making videos. Yeah, when I was in prison, bro. This is what.
My God!
I want to hear prison stories, like all the mafia guys. I want to hear a mafia story. Please tell me the mafia story. You know what I mean? You know, Sam and Bull, who I do not respect or like at all. That fucking guy's making money, and he's making up stories. He's adding to stories. He wasn't even there. Do you understand?
Yeah,
it wasn't even there.
Shit. Yeah, and he's
telling stories. Yeah, well, Joe Matarazzo went in the store and he went in there, and this guy was in there. And I've heard that same story 100 times by other people. You know, you weren't even there. You know what I mean?
No,
I have talked to Johnny A-Light, who I like. I love that guy because that guy turned it. Dude, he's a fucking councilman now in Jersey. He changed his whole life. The guy's a straight up guy. I like that guy. Doesn't fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? There's a few guys that I actually talk with. I get along. But here's the thing. You know, wait, I lost what the hell? What are we talking about? What?
Wes Watson.
Oh, Wes Watson. He goes around talking about all these tough guy jail stories, gets tattoos all over his face. He looks like an idiot. I just feel like he's he's fucking over there with his girlfriend saying, when I walk in the room, you should like get on your knees and start sucking my cock. He's saying that with the girlfriend has a little girl. And the little girl's right there, you know.
Douche,
like Joe, she's like 4 or 5 years old, and he's talking about her mother sucking his cock
in front of the
kid. I think it was his mother or her mother was right there too. So I'm like, dude, you got no respect for women. You think who the fuck you are? You're not tough. Listen to me. Real tough guys don't have internet. Don't go on these fucking channels and do the shit. Guys who have screw looses, the kind of guys that you got to really worry about, like real maniac fucking guys.
Quiet one.
They're not going to sit here and talk about it. They're not going to be on a channel.
Nope.
You know what I'm talking about, Joe?
They're never going to let you know because they
right. You will never know.
You're going to fuck with them. Yeah.
You will never know.
Dictate their move. Yeah.
You will. I mean, picture Greg Scarpa having a fucking like. Dude, Greg Scarpa would sit there and you could make jokes and say shit, and he'd be playing cards with you, and he'd just stare at you. And the next thing you know, he'd just get up and shoot you right in the fucking head in front of everybody. Didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, he's not gonna sit there and say, "Bro, keep it up. I'm gonna kick your ass." He's not gonna. They don't do that.
Yeah.
Real
you
tough
say that one more time. You know,
like they don't.
Roy DeMeo and Scarpa never said that expression. You say
no. Roy DeMeo was a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there's a video of him at a home barbecue, and one of his boys was taking a video, and he goes, "Dude, stop fucking filming this shit." You know what I mean? Like, take that camera off me. You know?
Yeah. Yep. And
those kind of guys aren't gonna sit here and want to fucking, you know, like tell you how tough they are or how they're gonna kill you. You know, like the true tough guys don't like this guy Watson. Acts like he's a, oh, I was a shot caller. I don't give a fuck if you were a shot caller. What does that mean?
How's that? Fuck a shot caller.
You guys watch
what?
All these guys that do that shit, Joe, YouTube is just loaded with some guy. Anybody who went to jail with jail stories, and who cares?
Yeah. Did you see that Joey Testa just died?
No, I didn't see that.
Twins with DeMeo.
Yeah, well,
Anthony Center and Joey Testa. He got out a couple of months ago.
I knew he got out. I don't know how the
No,
fuck that guy got out. Those guys are
He
fucking.
died a few months ago. They didn't announce it. He was living in Vegas. Well, he got out, and it was just very quiet. The family.
But he was one of the guys who killed it. People don't know.
They were serial killers.
They believe. Oh, they were dude. They think over 200 people they killed.
They chopped them up. You
And
never
they
found
killed
those guys.
right with Count Dracula over there. What's his name?
Oh, his Gugugamel. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the cousin.
Yeah.
Dracula. The bartender at the Gemini.
Dude, he set up more people to get killed. But here's the thing. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Joe something. I forget his last name.
I forgot too. I see his face.
Yeah,
He looked like fucking he looked like what's his name? They used to do the fucking all those vampire movies in like the 60s. Yes.
Lugosi or Christopher?
No. The one you just
Christopher Lee, the English guy.
He looked like him. But here's the thing. This goes to show you why all these guys are full of shit with their stories, right? The fucking Iceman, Richard Kaczynski.
Everything is bullshit from him.
The whole story's all full of shit. He only killed a few people and he was a coward. He was a fucking coward. None of that shit's true. All the shit that he says he killed Roy DeMeo. He did not kill Roy DeMeo.
He didn't even know the lampshade was in the Cadillac trunk.
Right. They threw the fucking it was a chandelier.
Chandelier. Yeah.
Right. And when they killed him, what they did was they took the chandelier was in the trunk. They killed Roy DeMeo, they threw him in the trunk, and they threw the chandelier on top of him and fucking left it there.
And that was his car. That was his
it was his chandelier. He was gonna go dump it on the side of the road somewhere.
His Cadillac. And they fucking killed and they said that it was the twins that killed him. They had his own
wasn't it Tester and Sint and
Cinta. They let them go, and then they joined the Lucchese's.
What happened was they told them, if you don't do it, you're gonna get whacked too. So either you do it,
or everybody gets whacked. Yeah.
But the thing is though, is these guys that that claim how I'm a tough guy in prison and he told us this story. That Kaczynski, they made movies about him. The Iceman.
HBO, the Iceman.
The Iceman, and it was all bullshit. And he just sat back and he just told stories and stories. He was a fucking Momo. You know what he was? He was a hanger-on. He was one of those guys who would go to the bars where the wise guys were, and he would try to get little jobs with them and stuff and do whatever.
He said he was at the Gemini once.
And they looked at him like a fucking clown, though. They knew he was like a wannabe, you know what I mean? Like one of these guys. All that shit about him being it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Fucking do jobs.
He killed a few people, but it was mostly guys that he was in with. Like a rat fuck
drug deals and shit.
Like you lend me money, Joe, and I don't want to pay you back, so now I'm gonna fucking
the guy out for the money.
That's the kind of shit, because he was a scumbag.
Yeah. No, he had nothing to do with it.
He was a scumbag. He was no tough guy. That's all bullshit.
All bullshit. Bro, we're going to take one more quick break because we got the lingerie fighting.
I was just going to say, Joe, I need to see some ass.
Let's go look at these asses now. Get the VIP membership. I think it's like $9.99 a month. All of these shit streaming things are $9.99, $15. LFC, you can watch all the past things, behind the scenes videos. It's not just events like that. They have interviews with the girls and they tell you their little dirty secrets and shit. So you get the whole library, and the event coming up on Valentine's Day, Tunnel of Love, is only for members. The outside,
I love it.
Not even paid. So, yeah, make sure you check them out, lfcfights.com.
When I saw that chick pulling the other chick's hair, I think it always sees these, two fat black chicks or some big fat black chick fighting some, and they're pulling their hair and they're like fist fighting out and and then 30 other savages jump in.
The wig.
Then the weave comes off.
Yep. What did BBS use for bodybuilders use for pre-workout in the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Was it just coffee? They came out with some pre-workouts a little later.
Some guys were, there was the little teeny bit of usage of ephedrine only because the truck drivers used to use it in the 60s and 70s. They sold it right in a gas station.
Yes.
And, some bodybuilders that were smart enough to know, like, fuck around with that,
Yeah.
But
Well, the animal pack, the pills used to have all different things, and one of them was like a caffeine pill.
Yeah,
We used to take the animal packs before the workout. We would buy
I remember the animal packs very well.
Plastic, see-through,
Little,
all the different
rip
pills.
it open, pop it.
Pills. Some of them were big. They were fucking.
They charged a buck for those things. I remember $1
fee. Can full of all of them. Let me get that pack. Instead of buying it in the store, we just get it before you.
I think it was just caffeine-based shit.
Yeah, most of it was caffeine. There wasn't this strawberry melon pre-workout. That you only sold a few in the 3 months that you advertised on. And I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. Greg and I were talking before the show. He knows what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Did Wes overdo it? Sure, I guess, but you need to make sure he doesn't get back up right away because then he might. I didn't see the video, so
wait a minute though.
As far as when he was fighting the dude,
he had other guys jumping in, which is not cool. You know what I mean? And it's not a straight up fist fight like this. It's always like fucking grab a plate and shit like that. They could,
yeah,
then,
and swing, bro, and win or lose, walk away.
You can't go on the internet and start challenging people. Somebody's going to take you up on it. You know what I mean? That's what happened. And that big guy just thought because I think the guy was 7 feet tall. He was a big savage.
Was 7 feet?
I think they said he was 7 feet tall or something like that. Now,
it's probably hysterical.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It was stupid. But that guy asked for it too. So it's kind of like, he set up a camera and walked over to fucking, But then, you have all Wes Watson's friends were jumping on him, hitting, kicking, fucking, you know what I mean? No. And they were using,
any side.
I think a guy hit him with a dumbbell. A dumbbell, a weightlifting belt was used, I think. I think they whipped him with a weightlifting. So that's not like,
That's a fucking, that's a pussy move, bro.
Yeah. Bro, you do that in the fucking Old Guinea neighborhood, you're not getting out of there without getting baseball batted, right, Joe?
I'm all traps and shoulders myself. I'm all cocked. Just got to get over that hump, Dale. Dale, don't worry. Dale's got a great physique. You guys joke around.
Yeah, I've seen Dale. He looks good. Why? What are they saying?
Yeah, listen, Nick. Yo, what's your guys' thoughts on the Mets announcing they're moving Juan Soto to left field? Nick, I don't like it. My son and I are discussing it. My son feels comfortable with it. I'm looking at it like that. Now, left field is this quote unquote the easiest outfield position to play because the throw is you don't need as good of an arm. And I didn't realize this till my son reminded me yesterday. The one thing that Soto is decent at defensively is his arm.
He's got a good arm.
Range. He may not, may not charge a ball right, but when he has to throw, he's got a pretty good arm. So I'm thinking, you already got a guy at third base who never played third. You got a guy at first base who never played first.
Maybe you should pitch
another. Right, but why would you want to add another guy that's never played a position and have 3 guys on opening day playing places they are completely unfamiliar with? And you're thinking you're.
I just got to pee. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm right there. I got to pee really bad. Hold on.
Yeah, go.
That too.
So my attitude is, unless there's a specific reason. Now I know that we're saying Carson Benj to play right field. Carson Benj is the rookie. He should be the one playing left field, in my opinion. I think the Mets are making a mistake with it. It may not be a big deal when it's all said and done. The bottom line is they still changed their entire offseason by bringing in Peralta, and that's the move I'm focusing on as a Met fan and as a baseball journalist or whatever the fuck I am at this point. Is that the Mets are going to be competitive because they have a number 1 pitcher now. Soto in left, I still don't know what the gain. I don't think the Mets gain much from it. He's played right. I think he played left a little bit with the Nationals, Nick. But he's obviously more comfortable, Padres, Mets, Yankees, in right field. So I don't think it's a smart move. unless there's a specific reason why they want to vacate right field. And right now, I don't see that looking at their roster right now.
Woo, what a piss.
I mean, Soto in left field, it's not going to make or break their season, but
No.
it's an unnecessary change, I think.
I got to be honest with you, though. The Mets made up some Peralta. Jeez,
Peralta's
they made some.
changed the whole offseason, Greg. The
Dude,
offseason
Luis
was
Robert.
cool
They
after
did a lot of fucking moves, man. They did.
I like that move. You know, let's see how it does in third. But that's the thing. You got these guys never played these positions before. And you're expecting them to. And one of your big things was we made these changes because defensively we were bad last year.
Well,
are you better with guys never, playing out of position?
are they sticking what's his name at third? Bichette?
Bichette's at third, Polanco's at first, and now they move Soto to
The only
left.
thing I don't like about that is Bichette's not the greatest shortstop. He's like, he was so third base is that ball going up up the fucking lane there. It might be a little
usually
bit
say
harder.
third. You can when Ripken moved to third when he got older. Like a lot of times, shortstop
A-Rod.
range. A-Rod, he had to move because of Jeter, but
Right.
he was getting up there anyway, so he may have made that transition anyway if he stayed with Texas, let's say. But it's still a tough position to play. It's a long fucking throw.
Third base is a very tough. That's what I'm saying. You guys, your reaction for that ball up that fucking line, really good third baseman goes even into foul territory with that fucking ball and then the throw.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you something. Bichette is some fucking ball player, and he hits it clutch.
Yeah.
Clutch,
No, I like the
fucking
move.
hitter.
I'm happy with the move. His health has been a question. But
I'll take that guy any day of the week, though. That guy's dude.
Yeah.
Remember, there's only 5 guys in all of Major League Baseball batted 300, and he's one of them.
Yeah, that's like they used to be on a team. You'd have 2 guys that hit 300.
Dude, the Yankees back in the
Always.
fucking day. Scott
Usually,
Brosius batted 9th, and one year he was batting 300. You know what I'm saying?
That was
But-
the mark.
When you and I were younger, Joe, if you batted 275 or under, you were like, shitty player, right? Now today, if you're 240, you're going to the All-Star game.
Wow, look at that guy. He's got a high average, Greg.
It's unbelievable.
His WAR plus his ass.
But here's the strangest thing about that, Joe, is that you had what 4 guys that hit over 50 home runs.
Yeah,
That's like weird.
It's a ball game. It's not an average game. It's not. They want you to get on base or drive runs in. It's no more like they don't even want like singles. They'd rather a walk. I don't know. It's weird.
It's strange. Yeah, that is really weird.
I don't like the new offense or whatever.
And not for nothing, but they made the bases bigger. So all that stolen base shit today too. I mean, the bases are significantly. If you look at them, they look like they're fucking huge.
It is a depth when you see them side by side. Yeah.
And it killed the greatest position ever in sports. There's no position like the lefty specials, who would sometimes come in to pitch to one guy, and sometimes he'd throw one pitch. And you know how much money a good lefty specialist guys would get those guys, and they would, they were brought in.
That
to
was
pitch
big.
And you make millions of dollars to pitch to one guy. Sometimes you only had like 40, 50 appearances throughout the year.
But that guy was a fucking major.
That guy was elite, though, right?
Yeah. Robbie Robinson's broken TV. Damn, dying from lace X. What a shit way to go. Our friends who addicted and rob people left and right. They should be careful. Easier to lace, probably. Yeah, that's a shame, especially because she was a young kid.
Who's that? Who's he talking about?
The girl in the Sound Factory. That.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, she didn't know. I mean, she was, she was depressed, and her friends. That's basically what happened to my girlfriend. The one you can't see her on my arm and shit. Jalissa. There. But I'm saying, she over medicated herself. She wasn't trying to kill herself and shit. And her friends were giving her all this shit, and she mixed it all together. Do you know what the medical examiner from New York City, the New York City medical examiner at the time told me? She said she had so much shit in her and then she took NyQuil, and she said that alone, and when you mix NyQuil with other drugs, it changes everything. And she said that can kill you. Yeah, because NyQuil had had like 4 different drugs in it at the time.
Yeah,
and, to make you drowsy and all that other shit, and you mix that. Sometimes other things enhance.
Wow, so that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Shame. Yeah. Well, I guess that garage was full of shit besides your own. With the fucking
Dude, I'm the
James
only asshole that shit like that can happen. The timing. Do you know the timing of that?
Just everything clicked into place, the wrong place.
Dude, I shit my pants because we were in a traffic jam. Like, and I like when I first met my girlfriend, we were on a fucking 5th date together or something like that. You know, like,
Oh,
and I was stuck in a traffic jam. I wanted to jump out of the car and I couldn't. We'd just eaten, and I shit my pants in front of her, and she's still here with me. So,
you made a good impression.
yeah, an impression in the seat.
Hey, what's up, Wendy? Did you ever have a guy
Wendy.
shit on you on your 5th date with him, Wendy?
We just had Wendy on here. Wendy, we had you on here.
That's not Wendy. That's Sonia.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought there was Wendy. Where's the one with Wendy? Isn't Wendy in the middle of this? Okay,
No.
I fucked that up. All right, sorry, Wendy.
All right.
So I thought we had one with Wendy. I thought it was. I can't see Wendy. I'm blind. Really.
Wendy's hotter than Dr. Sunny.
You know, I love Wendy. I love Wendy. I thought. Wait a minute. I could have sworn we had one with Wendy on the cover. You sure?
Positive,
Okay,
but
so
I'm
if you're
open to it, Wendy. Definitely
I
open.
thought Wendy was on the cover. Fuck, I couldn't see it. Oh shit! Now I feel like an idiot. Sorry, Wendy. Now I'm shrinking. See, I constantly put my foot in shit. Oh my god! I could have sworn. I never looked. I can't see. You know, I can't see fucking as
No,
it is. I thought that was Wendy.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that you told me Wendy was on the cover. Okay, I'll shut up.
No,
Wendy, I feel like an idiot. But you know, I got nothing but love and respect for you. So God bless.
Of course. Joe, you were on the force when Eddie Murphy got arrested picking up a tranny. Yes, my friend was in the precinct that he was arrested in, the 10th precinct. If so, did you hear about from the inside of the station? Not the day it happened, really, but I heard afterwards.
Oh, dude.
I heard in narcotics with a guy that worked. He said Eddie Murphy was a regular.
He was.
And they would never lock him up. They would just like, they were cool with him. I don't know why this guy decided to grab him.
I used to fucking sell the fucking estrogen. We used to sell, me and my partner, we would sell the estrogen to some of the, like the big, one of the big trannies. She was ugly as shit too. But she was one of the, like the big drug dealers to the trannies. And they would all, you know, so we would see them and shit, and they would say shit to us. They were all,
Avenue is where they
were all with fucking, yeah, we would meet them, you know, like, and sell like bricks or shit. Matter of fact, when I was, somebody robbed us once, and it said estradiol cypionate, and they thought we had bricks of that shit, steroids, and they thought that was like fucking steroids, and it wasn't. So fuck them, because they saw the word cypionate, you know what I mean? But it was estradiol.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, they used to all talk about Eddie Murphy down there. They all knew him. Every one of them was with him.
Yeah. Yep. I thought my friend said they would see him all the time. And
all of them.
They just, it was like, okay, there he is again, you know.
And he liked the dark, ugly ones, bro. Oof.
Yeah, I think he liked the ones that looked like guys, like not like the trick you, like the obvious.
He liked the beasts.
To each his own. Greg, I researched it. Her family has a memorial page set up on Facebook. It's sad. Wow.
Really?
Quite a while ago.
Are you really? I gotta look that up. Are you sure? Really?
That had to be a long time ago.
Are you right? He says they have a page for her.
Maybe
Right?
it's an old page.
I'm gonna look that up. Fuck.
Hey, Greg, I was going through some old stuff today and found a ticket to see Tony Danza fight Morris Watkins at the Westchester County Center in White Plains, 1977. Oh, so that's when Tony was a boxer.
Yeah, I used to go to a lot of those fights. You know what's funny? Maybe I might have been there. I'm around 70. I was going when I was 16. That was 1976. So I might have seen him fight, not knew that he was like going to be a movie star, you know, like a TV star. Holy shit, Tony Danza, yeah.
I take you to that fight. Tony Danza lost by TKO.
Oh, did he really?
I had no idea Tony was a pro. Yes, when he played the part on Taxi, remember he was supposed to be a boxer? And
yes.
He was just doing Taxi to make the extra money because he was like a ham and egger, like, you know, like a club fighter.
Ham and egger, that's old school.
Yeah, it was based on his real life. He was a pro boxer. Yes.
Dude, I haven't heard that since my father was alive. Yeah, he's a ham and egger. That's old school. See.
I appreciate it. Paulo won't be a good fight. I'm just a ham and egger. Paulo likes you. He's seen you, Rocky.
Women with him.
CIA and FBI. Yes,
what is that?
Well, we're saying the FBI kept fucked up with the thing. The CIA and FBI, the alphabet agencies, we like to call them. I have zero respect for all of them, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, my son's with one of them.
I'm fucking. But your son's
Well,
different. He was.
Yeah, my son's
fucking
with one of them. But the thing is, wait a minute. What about them though? I don't understand what the guy was saying. Where did that come from?
Earlier he was saying about they fucked up the Epstein files and didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
act it right. They said the
that's
FBI is total incompetence.
that's
So
because
I
the
guess-
higher ups or the political, that shit's all political. When you got
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
congressmen, the senators, and even fucking ex-presidents,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're gonna do what they tell you to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Trust me.
The big bad bear using my old picture. I called bullshit, Greg. If you and Lucia found a bottle of painless pump in someone else's trash, you would rush it home to pin that. I think he's just.
Shit.
You know, I'll give him the bell because I think he's just trying to make a joke a little bit.
Yeah, I guess he is.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, Gregorio. A Boston boxer, I believe. Was he a Boston guy? Tony Danza? I'm not sure.
No, I think he was New York. I thought he
don't
was from
know.
like Brooklyn or the
Looks like
Bronx
he's
or
from
something.
New York, right? I mean,
I thought he was Brooklyn or Bronx. Maybe he's Boston.
when he had the talk show.
He didn't talk like a. Wait, I can't do the Boston. He didn't have that Boston
The
accent.
GH
He
guy.
had more like a fucking A. He had more like a Bronx, Brenton, Brooklyn. Like
It
that.
sounded like a New York. But I don't know.
He sounded like a New York. We don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. There's a conversation on YouTube with Epstein and Ehud Barak. Who the fuck is Ehud Barak, Tom?
I
I'm
have
sorry.
no
I don't know
idea.
who that is, Tom. I'm not sure.
But Epstein's dead. Who gives a fuck? And all those people, like I said, were fucking were willing participants.
Left and right alike. Just fucking move on, please. Let's just fucking talk about fucking chicks. Angelo, I looked up to Lee Priest. I don't give a shit about his height. I'm 5'4". I don't even care about the taller bodybuilders.
Yeah,
Lee
let me
Priest
tell you,
looks
Lee's a
bodybuilder.
fucking monster.
Yeah, he still looks fucking. He can go on stage right now if he was like even like
Yeah, if
wanted
he
to
died,
die
he's still
for a
fucking-
fucking
let me
month,
tell you something.
do fucking fine.
His
So, like,
career was robbed from him.
Yes.
His career was robbed from him. They banned him from the IPB, and then they brought in that 202 class. Do you know what he would have done in that?
I don't think he would have ever even competed in it though. I think he was too.
He liked the open class, but he could have
wanted to
easily
be
won that
that
and then
giant
jumped
killer.
into the open. He
Yeah.
could have jumped into. I mean,
He destroyed those guys.
he
in the
could have had
202.
like 10 Mr. Olympia belts under his fucking
Yeah.
easily.
He would have killed those fucking those divisions. Most countries are 16, I believe. Are they? I know in New York it's 17. State to state is different as far as the legal age of consent to have sex.
Well, in India and shit like that, they marry girls off 13, 14. As soon as they have their period, they look at them like, well, you're ready. You have your period. You're ready. You're ready to get off and get married. They still do arranged
Old enough
marriage.
to bleed, old enough to butcher, right? The old
That's
things
right.
kids used to say in school. Bear is not obsessed with you, Greg. He's an inspiring investigative journalist.
There you
You're
go.
not only my subject, and you're not my only subject matter. I'm going to be on Larry Pollock's bumper next. He's a liar too. I got an idea, Bear. Put me in there. Let's make it a trifecta. I
There you
want to hear about myself. You find out how many times a day I.
Let me tell you about Larry. Larry's a great fucking guy.
Larry's a
I don't know how you
nice
say he's a
dude.
liar. He doesn't
Why?
lie.
Don't bother
Larry's a
anyone.
very straight up guy. If you
Yeah.
met, I know Larry in person, and we've been together and shit. He's a very straight up guy. You know what I mean?
Quiet. He doesn't fucking. He's the.
He
quietest
doesn't bother
guy.
anybody. He doesn't talk shit about people. He'll call you out, even if you're his friend. If you do something fucked up, he'll tell you. But Larry's a
so-
very straight up guy. How can you say? My girlfriend loves Larry. You know, Larry's actually a very good looking guy in person. Joe, when you see him in the show, he looks down and
I
like
saw him in person. Yeah, at the.
He's
Oval.
actually a really good looking guy. He's a nice guy. He's a
Nice
fucking,
hair. You know.
he's a
yeah.
good- let me tell you something. And he's a straight up guy. He's a fucking. I think he's an asset to bodybuilding. To be honest with you, he's very knowledgeable and he doesn't bullshit. You could be his best friend, and if you were at a contest and you should have lost and you lost, and you're like, I should have won, he'd say, no.
You look like shit. He would
You're
tell
my
you.
friend, but you weren't better than the guy that won. He's very straight up. I don't have any bad thoughts about Larry. Larry's one of the really good ones, in my opinion. But
I don't know him really. I met him once. I watched him on the show. To me, he seems like a good dude. You know, and I take
yeah,
your advice.
leave him
You
alone.
know.
You could listen. his personality is not the kind of guy too that you're not gonna. If you fuck with him, he's not gonna like it. Don't. You could fuck with me. I didn't get mad, but don't call people. Look, you and I both know. You need to get a subscription to that wrestling thing with the chicks with the asses that Joe just threw out.
Needs to fucking
It's only
rub
$9. Instead of trying to pay $200 to find out what I did fucking 50 years ago, which
$10,
it's just the stupidest fucking thing. I don't know why you're obsessed with that, but I think it's a ball breaking thing. But go check out those chicks.
Mention MSN. Maybe they'll charge you $14.99 if you mention.
Right? Maybe they'll cut it in. No, but I mean, like seriously, go do that shit. Larry's your next target. I mean, what does that mean?
I believe we haven't. Is it this issue, Gregorio?
Joe, I still feel like an idiot because I said that was Wendy, and I'm feel like an idiot.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's
yeah,
good.
but I know Wendy. I feel like an idiot.
You know Wendy.
There she. Look at that.
LFC right there in the current issue, and I will be running.
Wait, Joe, what's in the cover of that one? I got it right here. I know I do.
Yeah, the Olympia.
The Olympia issue. It's right. I got a whole stack of them right here. Hold on.
Chauncey Phillips. The new issue. Wait till you see the cover, like Spinal Tap.
Wait, where is it? Could it be in the next room? Hold on.
Kane Murden. Joe looks like he could be in a mob movie with the ex-Sopranos actors.
Well, now you're talking Joe's.
That's a compliment. Thank you, sir. I would love, and I would even go on the casting couch.
Joe, who's that? That's pretty cute. That's pretty nice.
It's Yvonne chick. Yeah, she's fucking gorgeous in person.
She's
nice.
pretty. Joe, that was kind of cute. I like that one.
Yeah,
That I
she's
like.
a very good looking.
Okay, I have the new one in the other room. These are the old ones, but oh wait a minute, no, here it is.
Oldies but goodies.
No, here's the new one right here.
Ah, yes, that's it.
There we go. Right there, and fucking fellas, if you like the Ramblin' Freak,
The Rambling Freak is.
it's right here, brother. It's right here, brother.
Talking smack now.
So come on, man. Yeah, we can't call it Ramblin' Freak, but we.
Oh, I actually where's my banners? Subscribe. Look at that, Greg. I have a scrolling thing. Maybe I'll leave that on for a moment or two while I do a few of the comments.
I like that, Joe. You should keep that on. Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to drive people nuts and they're going to start cursing and yelling at me.
Oh, wait a minute. He's saying he wants to save up money to go see Larry in California. If you do, you might have to stop at West Coast Johnny to set up a grave.
Oh, yeah. He won't have to even fucking go very far.
You won't have to go far. Just San Diego. Just go to
where the girls are.
Leave Larry alone. Larry's a good man.
Leave Larry alone. Fuck with us. How's that?
Yeah, fuck with us. Leave him alone.
One of those little boys described the mole MJ had in his private parts, according to the police chief. It's possible that something.
One of the little.
Is it possible Michael Jackson was changing his clothes and the kid saw it, but he didn't do anything sexual with him?
I never heard of that. I don't know that.
Big kid. I don't think he was thinking about sex. I think he wanted.
I mean, what did he say about his private part? Did he say it's small, big? Does it have did it have vitiligo on it too, or whatever that shit? What did it have a big?
Well, that's why they did those pictures of him naked, and he was like, he said.
I mean, anybody could sit there and go, he's got a dick, and it's like, it has a head on it and two balls with hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, you saw it?
Oh, that sounds just like it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping he didn't do it. Not for him, for the victims.
Me too, but I don't know. They all say no. They all say no. They're like, look, if he did, I would have said it, but they all say no. And even no. What's his name? What's the kid's name? I told you, wait, Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman.
Always
right. He was there, and he's the one saying no, he didn't. But there's plenty of other Hollywood guys who fucking.
Oh yeah. Him and his other the two Coreys. They had
Corey Haim. Yeah.
Well, that's why Corey Feldman's all fucked up now. He got fucking treated like a fuck dog.
But he swears Michael Jackson did not. He's saying, look, he exposed a lot of men who did. Why would Michael Jackson's dead? So why wouldn't he say him too?
Yeah. No, listen, it's a good point. Me and my wife were in the movies. You probably watched. This is nothing new. We worked with people who knew all the stuff in the 90s. So what they say about Hollywood casting couch has been around forever.
Forever.
Yes.
Yes.
I got
100%.
On my comments.
All those old school pinup girls and all that shit.
All of them fucking dropped low.
Marilyn Monroe, all of them, every one of them.
It's probably a lot of gay things too.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably a lot of gay directors and shit. That's not what I meant about things like this didn't happen before. I meant the FBI failing to correct the sensitive documents, something you heard, but I can sign them. It could be a DEI thing. I do believe that the FBI definitely went down in their practices as far as hiring. So that would definitely fit that bill, Hood. But they have always been, I don't know. I've always looked at them as a clown agency. Always.
Yeah, Joe's had.
I dealt with
Joe
them.
knows them. Yeah, Joe worked with some of them, so he knows.
It's on. I mean,
Did you just say what?
Cut zone. I meant to say cut zone.
I know what you said.
All right, I take that back. I meant to say cazzoni. That's big dicks. I'm so used to saying it.
I'm Italian, so I know what the hell you said.
Oh, I know you know. Yeah, hopefully nobody
I know
else.
what you said.
What's your guys' opinion on all the Olympic athletes who were trash? Oh yeah, USA represented. I remember this thing being. Well, you had the girls' soccer team stood out in the summer. Well, was it the Olympics or just the Women's World Cup? When the whole Megan Rapinoe and the knee and all of that. I don't remember Olympic athletes, so many of them, men and women alike, saying, "Oh, I don't like what's going on in Minnesota or our country." Shut the fuck
up!
An embarrassment.
First of all, do you know what you look like to other countries? Now, remember something. This is the Olympics, so other countries all watch this shit. And do you think that if you came from, I mean, obviously France and fucking England are just as fucking fucked up as us, okay?
Yeah.
Even Germany a little bit, you know, they were, I think they're getting better, I don't know. But when you go to one of these other countries, all those athletes in the old days want to fucking defect to America. How many Olympic athletes over the years from other countries defect to America, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna sit here and blast the country. Do you know that in other countries, that's fucking treason? Do you understand that? Look at the fucking Super Bowl, right? That disgusting shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you picture? You know how Mexico, Brazil, all those countries look at soccer, right? To them, soccer to the rest, you know, we're Super Bowl, but to the rest of the world, soccer is the greatest sport. It's so big. Yeah. Can you imagine if Mexico hosted the soccer, you know, and they're fucking, you know, and they're in there and they're playing and they won and their athletes are like, my, you know, like their halftime show is putting down Mexico, saying America's the play, you know, like, you know, you would get killed. You would get killed. You would get killed. It's an embarrassment for some Puerto Rican. Listen, I understand. Listen, I've been with many Puerto Rican girls. God bless them. Jalissa was Puerto Rican. But let me tell you something. You know what the problem with Puerto Rico is? It's full of you know what. Okay? Let me listen. Without us, they don't even have an army. Their fucking police department can't even stop you. Do you have any idea what would happen to some of these countries that fucking spit and shit on us? Canada, fucking Mexico. None of those people have armies that can fucking defeat the Boy Scouts. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if there was ever trouble, they come running to us. They hide behind us.
Hey, USA, come on. Help us out. Our allies.
Let me use this in a different. Let me just tell you what I saw. I saw a video one time of 2 New York City cops. And they were in a fucking bodega and they were getting coffee. And some black dog came in there with the hat sideways and shit. And he's like, yo, y'all getting coffee and shit on my dime, you know, like acting like that, right? All ghetto, right? Acting up, right? Look at this motherfucker. And he was taking videos, right? And he's like, look at this motherfucker. You drinking your coffee? And the cops are just looking at him and they're like, you know, they're just trying to ignore him because he's acting all tough, right? All of a sudden, the door comes in, the door opens, and some other savage comes in, right? And he looks at that little thug dude that's saying this shit to NYPD, and he's like, "What's up?" N-word, you know, up, you know. And they had a beef, and all of a sudden, the kid was a pussy. The kid that was rapping to the cop ran and hid behind one of the cops. Yo, this guy's trying to fucking do shit. He's trying to hurt me and shit. And the cop's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just getting I'm gonna get my coffee, right? I'm just getting my coffee. I don't know what you're talking about. And the dude's like, come outside. Come outside, motherfucker, you punk ass. And the thug is like, come on, man, come on. You know, he was scared because that was his rival. It was his rival. He was so fucking scared. And the cops are just sitting there, stirring their coffee like this, looking at each other. Like, oh, now you want us to. He hid behind him. That's Canada. That's no offense to any of my Canadian brothers, but you know, if there's fucking trouble, who's going to take care of that shit? America. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to hear any fucking bullshit. You know, Joe and I talk about being Italian, but we're American. We're Italians of our heritage, where our families were from. But I'm not fucking I'm American. You know what I mean? I never fucking, you know, put down my country and shit in another country. You fucking shell. Do you know what Bruce Springsteen and all these fucking celebrities? You know what? You shouldn't be allowed to make one more dime in America. That piece of shit from Puerto Rico, go to your fucking country and sell your records there. Okay, you know, the money's here. That's why they're here, all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they're here. Don't put down my fucking country in my backyard, bro. That's like that kid acting like that and then hiding behind the cops. It's the same thing. That's the way I look at it. Okay, if one of these countries fucking decided, if Russia said, I'm going to take Mexico right now, Mexico would be like, help us out, America, and we'd have to do it because we can't let them go there.
Yeah.
All of South America. Name one fucking country in South America that's got an army that could beat our Boy Scouts. Let me tell you. Let me fill it in. Zero. No offense, Canada. I love you guys. I love my Canadian brothers. No offense. But your army is not nobody.
Not
okay. So America, same shit with Greenland. We're not gonna go over there and fucking, you know, we'll buy that shit. We'll make sure the 30 people that live there, you're safe, you're sound, is, you know, the whole cold. Yeah, I don't know anybody would want to live there. It's fucking, I saw a video on that shit. That shit's some fucking cold shit.
Yeah.
You might as well live on the North Pole. But what I'm saying is, without America, you're fucked. You're fucked if one of these other countries decide, I'm coming over there, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So these dopey kids badmouth in the U.S. when that's
you should not be allowed back in this country. Fuck you. Go take your medal. Go live in that country.
I think they're fucking completely out of line.
Then you make money here. You make money. I hear these fucking, wow, America's a racist country. Meanwhile, we got black billionaires here. You know what I mean? You got. I don't want to hear that shit. Jay-Z, that evil fucking demon. He's a billionaire. You're talking shit about this country with your hat fucking sideways, you know, and all that shit. You're a fucking savage.
He's the NFL director.
I know that. That. That's why I said that. He's a savage. That's all he is. You can't. He's a savage with a big bank account. That's all he is. But we're a racist country, right?
Yeah, we're terribly.
We're a racist country. Every police chief today is fucking a woman, or a black woman, or a Hispanic woman. They're a woman. Every fucking police chief's a woman. I watch Mondami. It's all women next to him because he feels good. Like he's building his harem. You know what I mean? He feels good. You got a fucking fire chief. My friend is the deputy chief, you know, of the fire department of NYFD. And he's telling me, bro, I got to sit there and I see this fucking, you know, this female to male or whatever it is, you know, that's over running the fire. She was in the EMS. Now, you people don't know, but it's an ambulance worker running the fire department. It's like, it's so bad.
Jobs
throughout this whole country. You see that big fucking fat McGilla that's fucking over there in fucking Philadelphia, the police chief. Yo, I come here and you don't want this smoke. We'll bring the smoke to you. Your fat ass will be in jail. Go try to fucking lock up a Fed, you fucking idiot. You don't. If you're too stupid to know that, you shouldn't even be a fucking on the job. It's fucking disgusting. The fucking hate in this country. People get the fuck. There's nobody holding you here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm so burnt out from it. I can't even.
Me too, Joe, but I can't take it anymore. I can't see one more fucking
the nonsense that's going on.
And like George Carlin said, they love a good disaster. You know what I mean? They love it. They get you know, I'd like to thank your deputy commissioner. I'd like to thank the fire chief. I'd like to thank the I'd like to thank the governor. I'd like to dude, what are you doing? Thank them for what? Doing their job? They're doing their job. That's their job. Then I got the fucking savage that sits there with the eyes doing the fucking this shit. Put on fucking closed caption. I don't need somebody standing there, you know, doing it with the faces and the eyeballs coming out and shit like that. Who the fuck needs that shit? Put a closed caption on. I don't need somebody doing sign. How many fucking deaf people? First of all, if you're deaf, you already got a whole setup on your TV so that everything is fucking, you know, the line is going by like Joe has right here. Read the front. I didn't need to see some. It throws me off when I try not to look. I go like this. I can't look at that fucking. And they always do like the mouth.
When they sing it too, they sing the national anthem.
Oh God.
It really is. It's
Oh my
not
gosh! Press conferences. I'd like to thank my mother and my father for having me. I'd like to thank the governor. I'd like to thank the mayor. Let's thank the first responders. That's their job. Stop doing that shit.
Exactly.
I'm sorry,
director on trial. No, all good, bro. Looking edge when I don't know. Honestly, I'll be honest. I'm like you. I'm not watching the news, so I am not really following.
What's this about? The trial.
The FBI director is on trial. I don't.
He's not on trial.
No, it must have been something.
Wait, is he talking? Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about what's his name? That the fucking evil cocksucker there that should never even got that job. I don't.
Yeah.
What's his
Comey?
name? Yes.
Comey?
Yes, he's talking about that guy. It's not fucking.
Yes, Patel was at a Senate hearing, and
they all go to Senate hearing.
Yeah, but he didn't do well for himself.
No, because he's.
I'll just say it again. FBI is not a fucking effective agency. I'm just gonna say the truth. You probably get this comment around the end of the show, so I'll send it now. Can you hype me up to stay on my diet? I was good for like 5 days, and I had binge relapse yesterday and today. Just think, if you eat shit, it's gonna take you twice as long to fucking get back to where you were. I've been fucking up my diet, but the past few weeks I've been back on my normal. So
let me get.
You gotta just do it one night. You don't eat shit, and then you kind of feel like you get into a new groove.
Let me give you guys a fact. This is just a simple fact. You can eat all the shit you want. I don't. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I can give you a fact. If I got right here, I have a big backyard, right? I have an acre prop. If I say, you know what, I want to build a fucking house back there, an extra house, a little house for like relatives to come sleep over. And I said, here's the blueprint. And I said, I got the best plumber in the town, a contractor, fucking my friend Steve, who's Steve Z here. He's a plumbing. I got a plumber. I got the best electrician. I got the best fucking stonemason. I got the best carpenter. Here's the blueprints. Build me a house. They'd say, okay, give me the material. Now I go out there and I come out there with some foam rubber and some styrofoam and cardboard. And I say, here you go. You know what they'd say? I can't build the material. I can't build a house with this. How do you expect me to build a house when you're giving me cardboard, styrofoam, foam rubber? Yeah. You know what I mean? Old rusty fucking nails. How am I going to build a house with that? You need to give me the bricks, the pipes, the wires, and the wood. Yeah, I can't without that. And that's the amino acid. That's the protein. If you don't eat protein and you want to just go binge, that's up to you. But in your head, you have to know, okay, let me put on some fat. So that's what you have to say each time you eat that. Because that's all that's going to happen. Yeah. You cannot build a house without the material. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Now, you can eat that shit and have your protein too. If I went out and I gave the bricks, the pipes, the fucking wires, and the wood, and I gave it, it's mixed in with that cardboard and everything. They tear through it like this, but it's no good. Right, you're gonna store fat. They can't do anything with that.
Extra work you don't need to do. Yeah. Yep. The ladies can't get enough of Lord Momo. Me Lord. I remember watching Hanson when I was young. It was freaking scary, to be honest. He would catch people that would be your electrician, landscaper. Yeah, it was like the guy next door would get caught fucking trying to, sleep with a 14-year-old broad. What did Greg think of Bag Bunnies? I think he just said that.
It's terrible. It was terrible. It's a disgrace. I didn't know.
I watched
who the fuck he was.
Greg, I put on the All-American, whatever the fuck they called it. It was awful. So halfway through it, I put back on the Bad Bunny channel, and it was just as awful. Both of them blew.
But I didn't watch it. I watch movies. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I don't watch one play. I'm not a big Super Bowl guy, and especially with all that taking knee shit, finished it off with me. But that's neither here.
There's no knees. It's been pretty good the past few years with that, but it's still a lot of virtue fucking screaming and shit. Good afternoon, fellas. So Greg passed the underage girls to Romanos. That's your limitations.
No, they weren't underage, but I don't have time.
2000 and fucking.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I was in my 40s. Yeah.
The MD booth. John was still there in 2008.
Yeah, you're talking about it was either 2007 or 2008.
Yeah. Italian American girls are loudmouths and hairy, Bruno Valentino. Well, you know you're Bruno Valentino.
Listen,
Who cares?
I love Italian American girls. They're all the same. Any dark hair, usually the dark hair, if they're not pale skin,
Yes.
but I mean like dark hair, you know, whether they're fucking ethnic Jew, which I love, you know what I'm saying? The Arab girls that love Spanish. Come on, Spanish, Latina is my favorite flavor. I think they should keep the guys out and let only the girls here. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit.
Greg and Joe, let's say you had a coworker, a great
Yeah.
guy named Steve. No one ever had a bad thing to say about him. He was a police officer and he always did his job well and led by example. Mika, how long is this?
He had a son.
Like 4 of them. He has a son named Alex that I love dearly, a wonderful guy, but he dies in a motorcycle accident. You're at his funeral. Sister Stacy is doing the eulogy. You don't know much about Stacy, but she seems quite snobby. Anyway, you're expecting her to say nice things about him, but she comes off completely off kilter and says the complete opposite. You're shocked as she describes Steve as a violent drunkard, a deadbeat dad, insinuating he wasn't in Alex's life, but you know full well he was. Every day you're in shock. And she also describes Steve as a closet homosexual. I'm getting turned on now. You're almost getting emotional. Do you say something, stand up for his memory, or leave it? That's family. I ain't getting
I mean, it depends. If I knew her really well, I'd be like, you know, that was really fucked up of you. So, you know, you know. But listen, as far as I know, Big Bear's still alive. He's not homosexual. That's all bullshit. He just said
it. He's on the fence. I think family is, they can make their own decisions. You can't interfere in the family business.
Yeah, if
would
Alex's father, whatever the kid's name, the sister, her brother is the father. So
Yeah.
if he was a real stand-up guy, he would fucking pull her right off the fucking thing or tell her later on, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Usually the father would fucking, he's not going to sit there, let you talk about it. Joe,
get the hook.
Joe, can you imagine, God forbid, that you know,
Yeah.
no,
Eulogies.
you're one of your kids, no way. You talk bad about it, you'll die right there at the fucking, there'll be double.
Yeah, that's a lightning strike coming here. Sammy claims he was supposed to kill Joey Gallo. Not exactly. Sammy the Bull's
Sammy the Bull, if you talk to Johnny Alite, and again, I love Johnny Alite, he says the same shit. That's everything that Sammy the Bull says is bullshit. There's people who say he really only killed one person, but that he was involved with those others, and the person was a kid who was like 16 years old.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Yes. So they're not sure.
Yeah.
He was all
that
talk.
was actually it was a little more. I don't want to get into it now because I mean, it doesn't really. But there was a little more that story, and he fucked up. He didn't intentionally shoot a 16-year-old kid, but doesn't matter. The act still took place. So, guys,
all I
I'm
know
out
is
having fun. And thank you so much, Angelo.
Angelo, thank you, brother.
South African Ange, the Italian from South Africa. Love him. True whatsoever. My uncle literally took out Joe Gallo. True. He wasn't Irishman, was he? Is your uncle Sonny Pinto? Because that's the one who took him out. Carmine, I forget his real last name, but he's known as Sonny Pinto in the streets.
Not Ruggiero. Carmine. I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I forget the.
He shot him in the fucking restaurant. They ran outside or something like that. Yeah,
shot him again
in front of his family, in front of Joey Gallo's family.
Joey Gallo's girlfriend and her daughter. It wasn't his daughter. She had a daughter.
Yeah, he shot right in front of the family. He ran outside and finished him off, I think.
Yeah, and he shot him outside. Pete the Greek ran outside and I think shot at the car or something, but it was already gone. But yeah, it was Sonny Pinto was the guy's street name that shot him. It had nothing to do with fucking.
I forgot. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Pull up.
True. I just read that. Do you think Tony Yu just lost his way in Thailand, knocking up many ladies out there? Could you imagine living with 10 Thai Cambodian? Sounds kind of weird. Hey, listen, if he's happy, who the fuck am I to say that he's wrong?
I know Tony.
I've never seen that man without a fucking huge smile on his face. So maybe
Dude,
I'm.
I know.
I think maybe I should do that. Try it.
I love Tony Huge. I know him, and he is a good
Great guy.
fucking guy. A
Yeah.
good guy. There's not a bad bone in his body. If that's what makes him happy,
Go for
God
it.
bless him. I don't give two.
Has the
God
money
bless
to
him.
take care of those kids. He's not a deadbeat.
He's got this got all. He takes good care of them. Dude, he takes good care of them. They're living like lovely. Trust me out there. He's a great guy. I don't have a bad thought about that guy.
No, definitely not.
And then whenever I was sick, he'd send me supplements and send me shit and all. You have no idea. He's always there. He talks to my girlfriend all the time. He's a fucking great guy.
Tony is a great guy. Whatever he's doing, that's his business, and he's
Yeah, I
happy.
don't care.
He takes care of those women and those children.
You guys are funny though, because there's a lot of pro bodybuilders are scumbag cocksuckers if you met them in person.
Yeah.
Right, Joe? A lot of them are scumbag cocksuckers. You have no idea.
Yeah. Joey Gallo would have kicked Sammy the Bull's ass. He was never mentioned like Frank Sheeran dealing with Gallo. Not sure why he would, because he did no dirt, no need to embellish. Well, Frank Sheeran tried to take credit for a lot of hits, it seemed like. The Hoffa, he did not do that hit either. He may have helped set up that hit because he was friends and close to Hoffa, and Hoffa trusted him, but he didn't do the shooting.
Well, Sammy the Bull said he got his name because he was a boxer and he fought like a bull. And that's not true. He was from Bull's Head, fucking Staten Island.
The story he says is that when he was a young kid, like 12, 13-ish, older kids stole his bike. And he was fighting them to get it back. The Guineas across the street at the cafe are like, look at this kid. He's like a bull. That's what he claims.
He says he fought like a bull.
Staten Island now. I've heard that. But as far as I ever saw, he only lived in fucking Brooklyn as a kid. And then he moved to Jersey when he had that horse farm. And
I don't know.
A-Light
says it. John Gotti Jr. even says it. He's from, he lived in Bull's Head, Staten Island.
I can see it on Junior.
If Junior says it, I believe it.
But Sammy the Bull, he says he was fighting when he was a kid. So it's not even like, listen, do I think Sammy the Bull knew how to fight when he was a kid in the street? He probably was a tough fucking
He was
guy.
A scrappy guy, probably. He's a short guy. But he's not the guy that these guys try to claim. I mean, no. A true underboss and badass is not going to walk with John Gotti's fucking, umbrella and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
I know, yeah. He was a money guy.
That's what it is. He made money. He made a lot of money.
He was good with the construction shit.
Dude, I think I told you one time, I met Junior Gotti once, right? I happen to know somebody. Okay, I'm still good friends with the guy. But he was, in with, like, Gotti's crew. He wasn't one of them, but he knew them because it was a long story. But anyway, and Joe, we were in Scores, and is when I met him, and he was with a bunch of guys, chicks, and I went with my friend over because my friend's like, look,
they had the guy that owned that place under them. Yeah, he was
Joe. They were fucking there all the time at Scores, and
bro, the name that was running the place.
But you couldn't even go near them unless if you knew so. And my friend was in with one of them. Anyway, I went over there, and all I know is they stare at you. If you said, "Hey, how you doing?" They look at you like this, and if you got this much of a nod, that'd be it. And they just stare at you. And I never felt so fucking. I felt like, when you walk in I have a friend who's got a fucking pit bull, and the fucking thing. You walk in the house, and you're like that dog staring at you, and you're like, dude, I have a friend. Who has a cat. I swear to God, I've never seen anything like it. Right, Lucy? Anthony's cat. Holy fuck.
Like a statue, right? Just looks at you.
The cat's actually put his wife in a hospital. It's her cat, too. And we're like, get rid of that fuck. This thing fucking dives you. It thinks it's a lion. It attacks you. And it's an attack cat. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah,
you don't even go in a room. He looks at you, and he gets like in a stance like a lion.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, boom, run across the room and dive in midair. And you're like,
Yeah.
But that's the way it was. I felt like I was sitting with pit bulls that were ready. I didn't do a fucking thing. I just stood there, and then I was like,
but you knew who they were, and
and they just stare at you. They just look at you like this. And if you get this, that's the biggest.
Lucky.
You're lucky to get that. You say hello to somebody, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? And they just sit there and they fucking stare at you like that. And I'm like, holy fuck, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me not. Yeah. Let me not.
I didn't
let me
shake hands with anybody. I didn't shake hands with. I didn't do any of that shit. I just saying I was standing like a momo like this. My friend knew people, but I'm just saying it was not. It was very scary.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No harm done. You know, Wes is trash, and you know that he did time for laying hands on his girlfriend. But even a broken clock is right sometimes regarding the gym fight. And if someone seeks you out to hurt you, the gloves are off. I mean, if the guy challenged him,
I don't. Yeah,
he
but
had the challenge, and he, you know, he just shouldn't
You
have
know-
his friends jump the guy though.
but that's it, Joe. Listen to me. You straight up. You
Yeah.
fight the guy.
Yeah.
You don't start swinging barbells and dumbbells and hit guys with plates or swinging fucking. You said you're a tough guy. You
hands.
know, and I don't want to hear that. I'll do whatever it takes. You know, that's not.
Fuck that.
No, you know, you're not in jail where you're gonna go fucking shank the guy.
Street fighting is
Right,
street fighting. you
right.
know.
He's not a.
No.
He's not. You don't do that shit. I don't care. If that other guy was an idiot too, who? I agree with you. That other guy was bad. He's a fucking idiot. You come to the gym, you set up a guy. You asked for that, but not to get jumped like by those savages.
Yeah. I consider myself tough, but the Mayo freaks need to fuck out. To be honest, I just saw him recently. A lot of crazy people have a look. The Mayo got to look. Read the book Murder Machine, Robbie Robinson. It's all about the Mayo, his crew, and the Gemini Lounge. Very good.
He enjoyed killing. They would kill a guy just because the fucking Count Dracula over there would say to him, "This fucking guy's just walking in the bar. Is no good. I think you're gonna have trouble with him." They'd be like, "Okay, bring him downstairs." You know what I mean? Like that's it. They were like that.
When they had like a in a slump where there was nobody to kill, they would be depressed. Like they were bored. These guys are fucking.
But they were so bad that I forgot who ordered the hit on him. Who was it, Joe, that ordered the hit on him? I forgot who it was.
Castellano.
Who was it? Oh, that's
Well,
right. It was Castellano.
Well, it was because they were fucking with the drugs.
Because he
and they
couldn't
had to-
trust them. They said that these guys, they're gonna
Well, that
want
was
you
when
to.
he killed the young kid who was the fucking door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman. He thought he was a Colombian hitman coming to get him, and they chased the kid from fucking Brooklyn to Long Island or something, and they shot the kid in the car. The kid was just fucking trying to get away from them. I think it was him and Dracula were in the car, and they were chasing the kid because they remember Chris Rosenberg? He was in that home video, right? Chris Rosenberg owed these Colombian guys a lot of money, so they said, make this thing good and kill him. So DeMeo loved him almost like he was an adopted son.
He was the only Jew guy. I know.
He whacked him out, right? I think he got the twins to whack out Chris, and then it was still an issue. And Castellano was like, "He's bringing too much heat on us. It's drugs.
That's exactly right.
He's got to go." And and the other guys, like we were talking about before, they pushed them off.
That's what they did with Gus Faraci too. Remember Gus Faraci?
Yeah, he got killed.
The same thing. You're bringing heat on everybody.
My old house, by 18th Avenue. Yeah, he killed the cop, and then they kept raiding all the places, and they said, have him turn himself in. So they were like, no, we're gonna fucking take care of it ourselves.
Dude, he was a maniac. He was fun. He killed
him. Tommy Pietaro from the Banano family.
Tommy Karate. Yeah, that fucking guy.
Karate.
He was a maniac.
Yeah, he was a whack. He's one of the. He's like the Mayo. He's a serial killer, complete maniac.
Yep.
And he really is a karate. He lived like in Japan or something for 2 years.
Yeah, he was into all that shit. That's why they call him Tommy. But you know who else was a fucking crazy motherfucker? Gaspipe Castle.
Oh, he was a
Gaspipe was fucking bad too, bro.
He just died with COVID a couple of years.
Did he die of COVID? I know he died in 2020.
Died in jail during when COVID first hit.
Wow.
Gaspipe Castle was a fucking complete fucking lunatic.
He was a lunatic. There's a bunch of them.
The Lucchese family, but all of this is just Hollywood, though. There's no such thing, So this is all just the creation of the FBI and Paramount Plus and all of that.
La Cosa Nostra. Yeah, but you know what's
La cosa que no exista.
Right now, the worst is the Camorra.
Yes.
The Camorra is the worst. They're the ones from Naples. The Naples.
Yeah.
They were even in the movie.
Draga from Sicilia, and Draga. Those gangs there are very different from the ones.
But
here.
they don't have that.
Blow up judges' families.
Yeah, but they're not like fucking. But the Sicilians are not as bad as they used to be. The Camorra is supposed to be the ones that like run the shit out there. You know what I mean?
Well, that was who your buddy there. Furio from The Sopranos. You know.
Oh yeah. Come on, yeah, that's right. Yes.
They brought him over. He was from over there. He wasn't a Zip. He was a
Federico.
yeah.
Yeah,
Federico. Yeah.
I know him very well. He grew up because his cousin lived one house over from me.
Yeah.
Like
That's great.
house right here. He's always there. You know, I know him. You know, I know everybody since they were young. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with those guys from fucking 5 years old. You know.
Yeah.
I was just at a wedding with him.
Federico. Tony Hughes.
Yeah.
He reminds me of himself, his background being a very play it safe guy in the past and then go crazy later, make it for lost time. Yeah, I mean, he basically said even when we interviewed him that time, he was doing the lawyer thing and he was bored. So he just
yeah, that's funny because everybody thinks he's a doctor. He's not. He's a lawyer.
Yeah, that's just the nickname.
He knows more about like fucking shit than doctors. My doctor still says, are you taking the testosterone? You know, not the doctor. My regular doctor calls it testosterone. Like George.
A lot of these guys. Yeah, Tony knows way more than probably 10 of them combined. He also claimed he killed my uncle. Not true. Who was your uncle, Mr. Robbie?
Who killed his uncle?
I guess what's his name? The Irishman. Was Mickey Muscles ever a competitive bodybuilder? No, have a good physique. Renaud. Who's Mickey Muscles? Mike
Never
Muscles. Mickey. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
Greg, how are the Turtles? What are their names? Cuff and Link.
Cuff and Link.
In the bedroom where they can see you get freaky. You do have them.
Yeah. They're like fucking. It's the funniest thing because I've had them. If I walk in there and I go like this at them, they think they're gonna get fed. They're like fucking. They go like this back and forth and they go crazy. You know what I mean?
Used to it. You know when they see you.
Right.
Did you know Tommy Karate?
No.
You did not know Tommy Karate.
No. I know who these guys are. I don't know any of them.
Of them, yeah. Tommy was a bad one. Like with the Bath Avenue, he was not in part of that crew, but he was from that area. He really did people. The Iceman actually lived near Clinton Road Memorial for the guy he chopped up. Yes, he did kill some people.
He killed a few people, but he wasn't the hitman that they made him out to be.
And money, like you said, there was.
He would borrow money and not want to pay it back, and he would kill a guy.
Kill a guy to keep it, yeah.
But he was like a Louis the Weasel kind of guy. I can't explain it to you. He was a wannabe. He used to hang out with the mob, try to make believe I'm one of you, and they didn't look at him that way. They looked at him like, you know. But he was a rat fucker, the dirty little fucker that would kill you and shit like that. You know what I mean?
He died in jail too.
Yeah, he did.
You can stream everything for free nowadays if you know how to use a computer. Yeah, there are crack streams. I was catching some like sports things with some, but they keep fucking zapping them, and you got to find the new one. Do you remember the Amityville murders, Ronnie DeFeo? Yes, of course. Yes, the Amityville horror. That place is right now. I can get to the DeFeo house in about 15 to 20 minutes from my house. Does Greg have any funny stories from the Poppers days?
Poppers. I know. I never fucked around. I don't fuck around with that shit. You talking about the poppers?
Oh, the drug. No, you don't.
Is that what he's talking about? I don't know. I never use that shit. I don't do that shit.
West fighting, swinging his arms about as a preface as watching molasses fall from an upside down jar.
He lost all his muscle. He looks skinny. He looks like shit. Man.
I don't know what this guy looks like. Dale's pretty jacked. I generally think he should have placed higher. I do. I agree. I think Dale got fucking robbed in some of those shows. It's just funny that he always fucking hits third and everybody breaks his balls and he goes along with it. He laughs along with everybody. He's like,
good for him though. That shows the attitude.
It's a great sport. Yeah, Dale's fucking. He loves it. Greg and Joe, we spoke before about the toughness of Rocky Marciano. You kind of remind me of the Rocky. You know that? What exercises do you believe he did to develop his stamina? I heard he went on 15 miles a day and swim in a lake.
That's what he used to do.
Yeah, I mean,
he ran a lot. I know
he basic things back then. That was the 40s.
It's funny you say that because I was just talking about him with somebody, and he was known to come on even in like 12th, 13th round, he'd knock you out. It wasn't like he was gassed. They said he never took a step back. He only went forward.
Yeah, he played the long game, and he didn't run. Yeah, what's going on, boys? Hey, Wayne, what's going on?
What's going on, Wayne?
Late, but it's fixing. I fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Okay, there you go.
Anthony Tuminello, Joe and Greg, it's Anthony. This shirt, Gregorio, is Anthony. That's from my AM/FM radio show.
Right.
This is his Method Training. That's his company.
That's boy, Anthony.
And here, the back, I hope can you see those logos in the
Powered by, yeah.
and we got the Jim, the Kingdom Supplements, which is his company, and then our radio show, MSM Live,
Oh shit.
on the back. So this is a new shirt that Anthony got, and I'm very
Looks good, Anthony. That's a nice shirt. That's a very nice shirt.
It is. It's a very comfortable. Anthony, great job.
I went to school with a kid named Matt Tuminello. He was from Italy. He used to talk Italian all the time. And
Any relation, Anthony?
any relation, Matthew Tuminello.
If they don't like Italy, hi Lee. If they don't like the USA, don't represent the country. Don't take the money from the country. They're pathetic. 100%.
That's what I just said. Don't you touch a dime. These people making millions of dollars in this country, and then they talk shit about it.
Yep. They say America is racist, so Minorities want to come there. You wouldn't see Jews one of the jobs. Oh, fucking Lee, I love you. Oh,
He's right. He's right.
America, and remember, Greg, who burnt down the White House? Wasn't it the British in the War of 1812?
Was it the British?
Or was Canada helping them? Maybe, I don't know. I'm a little off on that war. I don't know a lot of.
Look, I love Canada, but they couldn't beat the fucking Boy Scouts in their army. Neither could Mexico or any South America. Without America, they're fucked.
Yeah. They said it was family entertainment, men bumping and grinding on each other. Oh, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was. I didn't watch any of that shit. I refused to watch that fucking.
The part
savage.
I saw, I did not understand. I did not like it. But again, I will be honest. The right wing Turning Point USA show was shit as well. They both fucking.
But the thing is, you don't come in this country and then fucking sing all Spanish fucking music. This is our. I'm sorry, but our native language.
I know.
You know, I mean, again, if you went down to South America and Brazil or Mexico, one of those big soccer things, and you did nothing but English and waved the American fucking flag there on their halftime, but you'd never get out of that soccer stadium alive.
Yeah, they'd be like, this sucks. Sammy the Bull claims he had the contract to kill Johnny Ola. Oh, Jesus. Johnny Ola from God.
Johnny Ola.
Hey, Johnny Ola.
Johnny Ola.
Tell me about this.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Ola and I, and then he's
How
like,
stupid was Fredo? I never met you. How you doing, Johnny Ola? Nice to meet you. And then he says, yeah, Johnny, tell me about this place.
This is a great, Fredo, this is a great place. And they weren't doing that show. They were at that Broadway show, whatever the fuck that was.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, Johnny Ola's turned me on to this great place, right? And then fucking
Michael goes,
what the fuck?
and then Fredo went fishing.
The only problem is he was the bait. He was the chum.
He went over the fucking side. Hi, Greg and Joe.
That's why I'm sorry, Joe, but that's why I didn't like fucking Godfather 3. When he went from being this fucking brutal kill your own brother, and now you're like this pussy. You got fucking your sister, who was a lunatic in the first 2 months. Now she's like the head of the family. You need to do what you, right?
Yeah, let Vincent come in, help him. Vincent was an asshole.
Yeah.
Joey Zaza's ear.
Joey Za. Remember that?
Greg and Joe, truck driver from California in Phoenix. What's up, Ernie?
There you go.
When you see some girl with fucking big tits hanging out on
You
the
and Jimmy
side.
the Bull, 2 truck drivers, right?
Ernie Rodriguez. Hey, Greg, I never heard you imitate Australian accent. You sounded great. Can you do it? Oh, when you were doing Jimmy the Bull, when he was getting the call, you were saying it was from Lee, and you were doing the Australian accent.
Jimmy. Yeah. I can't. It has to happen.
Jimmy.
I'm not too good at it.
Jimmy,
It has to just happen.
Realize that without glasses,
Lee.
Greg looked like Colonel Kurtz. You're Colonel Kurtz. That was Marlon Brando's in Are you my assassin? Actually, a little bit, yeah. Are you my assassin, Captain? Great.
Colonel Kurtz. That was
Carmine DiBiase. Thank you. That's the name of the guy who's Sonny Pinto. Related to my grandmother. Really, my Uncle Bob DiBiase is the purple one, the Italian Society, South Jersey. I am going to take you at your word. I think that's great. Carmine DiBiase went on land after that. He did a little disappearing act, and he made sure that everybody was cool with it. And everybody's like, yeah, because Gallo was a fucking ticking time bomb. He had to go.
Yes, Gallo was a fucking maniac. If they didn't kill him, God knows what would have happened. He was a maniac.
They kidnapped the Profaci brother and those guys, and Columbo. He should have been whacked out then. My Uncle Bob DiBiase probably may not even know and not want to know Carmine. He's our cousin. Hey, listen, sometimes family they go different directions. They
Oh,
said
yeah.
that he was a badass though, Sonny Pinto. And he was,
He-
he wanted that contract. He couldn't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Greg and Joe, silly question, but if you were in Dagestan, Russia, because let's say in some fantasy life you want to improve your wrestling skills, you go to Khabib's gym and the place absolutely stinks, but you ignore it the best you can. It could turn you to wrestle, and the floor is drenched in sweat, as you know. The gym
I
is
saw that shit.
you want to be rude to Khabib. Oh, I did see something with this. Or the
Oh,
people
it's bad.
I would not, because I'd be afraid of getting some.
I'd
kind
be
of
afraid of getting sick or dying and shit. I'd be no, that was bad. That's
I
really
don't
bad.
want to get bungled.
You don't have to go to fucking Dagestan to be the, he has his own way. He's a psycho and
I don't
shit.
need. I don't even know where Dagestan is. Jerry Smooch, who gonna close wants me to smooch Jerry, so I shall do so. Let me finish up these comments, then we're gonna.
That looks
I
like
want-
Bad Bunny you just kissed. Go ahead.
Oh, is your name Di Chiami? Come with Di Chiami. Fuck the halftime show. You have to say clown. You become part of the circus. Greg, did you ever get the train with Ray Mensa?
Did I what?
Did you ever get
I
the train with?
Ray, I've given you stories. I can't go into them right now, but I knew Ray really well, very well. I knew Ray better than Mike was at my gym, believe it or not, with my friend Alex brought him there. So I knew Mike, but Ray I knew very well from the gym, from Gold's Gym.
Okay. Yes, the answer is yes. They're all going to get ringworm. Yeah, you don't want to get that.
Dude, that is horrible.
Greg?
Not just ring. Joe, they would squeegee the floors. It was so wet. It was almost like buckets of water. That's it. Imagine the smell and shit.
There's no need for that.
No, you don't have to do it.
Every fucking 2 hours, it should be Cloroxed. Greg, that's going to do it for us this week on Enhanced Labs presents Greg and Joe. Thank
Enhanced
you. for
Labs,
all the
baby.
comments. You guys, as always, were fucking awesome.
And don't
And,
forget the magazine, guys. Don't forget the
Yes.
magazine. These guys should really check it out. So you like having a magazine in your hand. It's the last one. And it's the fucking
last
hardcore.
one. And I want to say thank you to Ron Harris on his last video on YouTube I watched. He did a shout out to Muscle Sport Mag. Somebody said, "There's no more
Ron Harris
print
is a great guy.
magazines. No more print magazines." And Ron goes, "Yeah, there is. Joe Pietaro does Muscle Sport Mag." So
We should
Thank
get him, see if we could do something on here. If he, if we
he's
could.
doing that story I told you that you're giving me a couple of quotes from. Lee gave me some stuff. Sean Ray did, and Ron Harris did as well. So Ron will have some quotes in the new issue coming out on the
Did
story.
I give you? Do I owe you quotes or did I give you them?
You said that the Olympia quote stuff. Remember?
Oh, did I send them to you? No, right? I got to give you the.
No, well, we got time. It's not.
No,
deadline.
I'm working on a. You want me to do the
Yeah,
column, right?
Send them together. No rush.
All
But
right,
yeah,
because in the column I got a lot.
Ron sent me some. I
It's
asked
some-
them for quotes.
It's some
Yeah.
sticky shit, you know me.
Sticky is sticky. We're good.
Okay,
man.
because I was just throwing me. Wait, I thought maybe you said I sent them already. I'm like, wait, I don't remember sending.
No. When you have them ready, send them. We got time.
Yeah, when's the cutoff date again?
20th.
Yeah, I was just working on some last night, so
20th.
Bob-
Don't worry. We're good, man. So it's going to be a cool article. So we got some input from a lot of different places. Good sources. People that have been around for a long time. A lot of experience. Greg, great job. Love you, brother. I'm always
Love you, bro.
I'm here at 4:00 and look.
yeah,
again,
dude. See, we did. I'm glad you feel better now.
Yeah, no, we needed this. We had a little fun. So
Yes.
guys, we will see you next week. Greg and myself, make sure you go to enhancedlabs.com and take care of the guys that take care of us so we can keep taking care of you.
You. All right.
Later, guys. Bye-bye.
Love you guys. All right, Joey.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Please show me an hour with Valentino and Joe P. New York guineas on the loose, New York guineas on the juice, New York guineas are the truth. Please enjoy our show, and maybe your masseuse is listening too, so give her a splooge. Greg and Joe, Joe and Greg, Joe and Greg, Greg and Joe. I can't come up with any lyrics, so just start the fucking show, bro. And let's hope we're 2 guineas on a no-show. show me an hour with Valentino and Joe P. New York.